get mad at him. They're just...
You asked where his parents are?
You want to get one?
Yeah, can you get one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck.
I will once again ask the question, who the f is organically watching this shit, bro? I mean, who? This makes me happy. I've never met my dad. It's chill. Don't scroll down. Yeah, the rest of it is like racism, but still, it's just like kick viewers. There's no such thing. There's not a real thing.
Confused.
I know you people smoke and sell drugs.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Have you in the real world encountered a single fucking person that's like, can't wait to watch my favorite kick streamer this weekend? Like, is that a point? Is that a conversation that has ever occurred? I mean that with all sincerity. Bro, this guy's 3 viewers also cyberstalk you. It's fine. I know.
It's time to groom, chat. It's time to groom.
Wait, how old are you? Don't actually answer the question. I don't even...
Did you guys see the apology video? Did you guys see the apology video? Yes or no? I honestly meant that sincerely, bro, and I actually shed a tear when I got banned, bro. I swear to God. I swear I did. Y'all saw it? No?
Kick is a joke. It's like going to a zoo and just pointing at all of the exhibits and just being like, that's interesting, and then walking by.
You may have seen this clip. A woman is dining at a restaurant minding her own business when some middle school live streamer comes out of nowhere and grabs the food off her plate in a sad attempt to impress his chat. And then he gets mad at her for calling him out, making it seem like she's the crazy one for having a normal human reaction.
The eye thing?
Don't put your hand in my food again. Do not do that. You don't do that to people. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Stop filming me. You're nobody else. Do that again. Hold up. Yeah, shut the fuck up.
I won't reveal the name of this toddler, mostly because it's not relevant, and also I'm just a spiteful guy. But I do think he serves as a good example of this new wave of streamers who try to make a name for themselves by being a public nuisance and not much else. Someone like you or me may look at this clip and see it as the embarrassing display of desperation that it is, but it's important to remember there's also an entire generation of younger viewers out there who may see it differently. Believe it or not, this kid does have an active fan base, one that festers over on the controversial Twitch alternative, Kick.
Please pull us over! Please take more Viagra. You don't know how to...
Oh God, I'm about to dox your entire family. What's your name?
Kick is popular for a few reasons. For one, it's a safe haven for degenerate gamblers to broadcast their addictions in real time. I mean, the crypto casino Stake that serves as its lifeblood was started by Kick co-founder Ed Craven. They call him that because he's craving a jackpot every time he opens his fucking stream. But Kick is also known for its brazenly loose terms of service, being marketed by their co-owner and friend of this channel, Aiden Ross, as the ultimate beacon of free speech for this very reason. Unrelated, but in preparation for this video, I did sit down and watch an Aiden Ross stream, and I kid you not, this is what he was talking about when I first tuned in.
Don't call me weird, I'm about to say. Y'all make your bro pee by like putting his hand in the water.
What?
He peed his pants. It was a drunk night. He blacked out.
Okay.
I took my 2 fingers and rubbed it on his crotch area with the pee. So I got like pee in my fingers. And then I opened his mouth and I put his own pee in his mouth.
Incredible stuff happening on Kick. There's nothing like it. Seems like every other day we see someone over there pulling a gun on their girlfriend or throwing an Uber driver's phone in the street or pissing out of their second story window. Those last two are actually the same person, by the way. Shout out to Xena the Witch on Kick. We're at 300 bookmarks. It's diabolical.
I'm gonna just pee in this bucket. Let me dump it out the window.
But the point is, you have to really try to get even as much as a 10-day ban on Kick. It takes a lot. I just want to add something else here before we continue. While I was editing this video, 2 other creators wound up in the news for streaming themselves on Kick drinking and driving. Just flying down the interstate at 110, throwing back a bottle of Smirnoff, being an active danger to everyone else on the road. Even hurling the bottle out the window into oncoming traffic at one point. Kick is barely a year old. How has it already had so much controversy? Take Riot Lol, for example, who was recently outed by YouTuber Something About Chickens as a groomer who would use the Omegle alternative Monkey to collect explicit images and videos of young girls on stream to post in a Discord server without their consent or knowledge. Many of these girls were underage.
Wait, listen, how old are you? I'm 19.
Oh, I'm 16.
You said 18?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Riot's account has since been deleted, but not until this video began making the rounds, causing a bit of a PR problem for the folks over at Kick. Something About Chickens showed evidence of a literal Kick staff member in Riot's chat at the same time Riot was speaking to underage girls. Not exactly the best look for the platform, I think most would agree. What could have been a promising competitor to the monopolies of YouTube and Twitch has so far been nothing but a breeding ground for the lowest, most obnoxious illegal activity you can think of. And that isn't much of an exaggeration to say.
I'm in the sidewalk. I'm in the sidewalk.
Come to SB Island.
Why is everyone going around saying I died, bro?
Alright, so I'm just gonna address this because
Today, we'll be documenting a total of 5 Kick streamers who have all become infamous for their own separate reasons. Not all of these people are nearly as criminal as Riot, of course, which is why we'll be starting easy, with some of the least egregious offenders first, before moving on to the more depraved scumbags later on. This is gonna be a long one, and it probably won't be the easiest to sit through at certain points. But I am personally fascinated in shining a light on the more unique personalities Kick has been known to harbor. And by unique, I mean downright villainous.
The thing is that we get real names. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. I get real names of individuals. Like, their actual names and shit. Family photos. It hits differently on a different platform.
But we obviously have a lot to cover today, so before we get too deep here, I want to go ahead and thank today's sponsor, Delete Me. If you're at least a little bit scared of data brokers, you should be. For all we know, they're scouring the internet right now in search of your publicly available information to sell against your will, opening the door for all kinds of stalking, cyber attacks, and even identity theft, all of which I'm not a fan of, which is why Delete Me works to keep your information nice and private. I'd recommend Delete Me just for how fast they managed to identify where exactly my data had been posted and how seamlessly they were able to remove it. Just submit the information you want to be removed from search engines and receive a detailed Delete Me report in as little as 7 days, showing how much data was found, where it was found, and how it was removed. Another thing I appreciate is that as the data broker industry expands, so does the list of sites Delete Me scans for, making them as effective in removing as much PII as possible, or personally identifiable information if you're stupid like me. PII can be easily found through public government records, self-reported information, and social media, just to give you an idea of how pervasive this stuff is. Trust me, it's something you don't want to mess around with. So don't wait. Visit joindeleteme.com/Jobry right now and get 20% off your US consumer plan when you use promo code Jobry at checkout. Again, that's joindeleteme.com/Jobry, promo code Jobry when you check out. Huge thanks again to the wonderful people over at Delete Me for sponsoring this behemoth of a video. I can't think of anyone who captures the aura of Kick.com better than Neon. Neon has garnered a reputation as this kind of sniveling hypebeast dork who's constantly staring at his phone for validation from his chat. And I mean constantly. He's never not looking at what other people are saying about him.
Alright, what?
But then he'll also just let other big streamers bully him to his face.
why would you say why? No, don't do that, my asshole. I should do that. Why? Name 5. Don't know any. Don't do it harder. Apologize to DDG, Dub, Woo-Wop, Wedgie.
I'm doing it. I'm sorry, Woo-Wop, I didn't mean it, bro.
Say I'm gonna buy your album tomorrow.
I'm definitely not doing that. I'm buying this album.
I guess in order to be famous, Neon had to give up any semblance of a spine he may have had. The kid has negative self-respect.
I mean, didn't this guy literally fucking on the scene early on before he became a Twitch streamer by like saying the N-word or some shit? Like, it's more than Aiden Ross. Like, he used to just like be unimaginably racist. And I think like Aiden was basically using him as an even bigger lolcow than himself.
At this point, watch any clip to see what I mean.
Can I have one?
You can have one.
100?
And if you bark and shoggy, come on, fetch the hug.
He also gets jumped a lot. That's sort of his thing too.
This is a public announcement. Anyone who sees me IRL, I will give you $1,000 if you beat my bro. No one's touching me. I'm untouchable, bitch. I'm untouchable.
Look whose shoes we got. Got his ass lacking. Come on, bro.
Though he's faked getting jumped so many times that the one time it ended up being real, people in his chat still said he scripted it.
Anyone saying L script anything, you have no soul. There's literally fucking choppers on top of us and cops outside.
Yeah, people don't really like Neon very much, if you couldn't already tell. And that includes his own bodyguard.
You got 80,000 people watching you disrespect me.
Wait,
That's how we're doing it?
I always do that.
Guess what? It's all
80,000 people, cap, fucking botted out the oblivion too. That's the other thing. Anyway.
disrespectful.
Yeah, that dude, everything about this shit is fake. It's like the modern Zoomer equivalent of like all those fucking boomer Instagram cryptocurrency legends portraying themselves as like multimillionaires. It is basically the fucking Zoomer equivalent of that. The viewers are fucking botted. There's like payments that are given to fucking clippers. That's why they call them clippers, okay? Like, you know, the HasanAbi Clips Industrial Complex? It's kind of like that. It's like all of these fucking Twitch, because they don't have like an organic audience of like real fans, they basically pay people to post like these clips and shit from the stream. And all of these guys already have like a lot of botted accounts. All of these guys have botted accounts to begin with, like the blue checkmark accounts. You know what I mean? That are constantly posting shit, like stealing tweets from other people, like Feared Buck or whatever. The other one, Scuba Ryan, like all these fucking dudes. They literally will get paid in many instances, I think, by people like this fucking dipshit who posted. That's why you look at some of the fucking comments and people are like, who watches this guy? I've never seen this dude other than, or Kira. Yeah. I've never seen this dude other than like on these, you know, Twitter accounts. Like, who the fuck is actually just like sitting there and watching that shit? Nah, he's just really popular. Yeah, dude. That's why he has 80,000 people watching, right? No, he doesn't. He does not actually have 80,000 people fucking watching him at any given moment. You're out of your mind. Brother, when I had fucking 30,000 real people watching in here, or close to 80,000 people watching in here, we had the New York Times write an article about it, about the 2020 election cycle.
I don't mean it like that though.
But that's what it reads like. You're doing too much.
If you happen to be religious, I urge you to please pray for this man's sanity.
If I was a girl and I came in a room, my would be dripping just seeing you, bro. I swear to God, bro, you are alpha.
Like, these are 5K viewers. If I'm being charitable, these are like maximum 5K real viewers, okay?
Go wannabe he is today.
Break. Stop driving my car.
Stick my finger up your ass.
What?
I'm driving my car.
Stick my finger up your ass.
Nico flashes a gun at Neon? Jesus Christ, dude.
Neon was once just a little kid from Texas trying to make it big on YouTube. In fact, he and I actually both started making videos at roughly the same age, I found out, with the bulk of his early content being him playing NBA 2K, not unlike the beginning of another popular kick streamer's illustrious career. These didn't generate the most views, but you could tell he was having fun with it, uploading multiple times a week from 2016 to 2020. Despite what Neon eventually turned into, I have to admit, some of this early stuff is actually kind of endearing.
What's good, YouTube? It's Neon2K here, but you see I'm at 178 subs, but at 1K subs I will be doing a face reveal. So
2K players blow the fuck up. Yeah, not playing 2K. Almost all of the fucking new meta of 2K players, new crop of 2K players, have just stopped playing 2K. And it's literally like, is the Aiden Ross, even Kai was a 2K player as well, but like you have the two different pathways. You either become unimaginably popular, you have a good network of fucking friends and content creators in your vicinity like AMP, and you go in the Kai route, or, you know, Phantom, Agent, all those guys, or you go the route of Aiden Ross.
All your friends.
If we're looking at it in a vacuum, it's actually kind of sweet watching someone so young work to make his...
Speed used to be a 2K streamer. I did not know that. Speed is like the only one that I can think of that like went through the middle of that route, like parts Aiden Ross style, parts Kai Cenat style popularity.
Dreams come true. He'd answer questions from his viewers and open up about his struggles with motivation. You really get a sense that he cared about his public image. He was heavily invested in the content he made and the community he was a part of, even beefing with other creators from an early age.
People want to get their views and start acting fake, and then he has the nerve to lie on stream. He doesn't want smoke. He doesn't want me to pull up again.
I'm sorry. He doesn't want the smoke. Bro, you're 12. Go do your homework. He began to seek out his audience's approval more and more, chastising them when they said something he didn't like, and seeking out reassurance that they still supported him whenever he'd take breaks.
I just want to let y'all know that I will be taking a break from streaming, but let me know if you still support me in the comments. Let me know if you still don't support me.
Worrying about approval from an audience of complete strangers is not usually something a normal child has to think about. And honestly, it's easy to imagine that would mess with you a bit.
Bro, like, y'all are really demotivating me right now, y'all. All these comments say my channel is dead, y'all. I understand my channel is dead, okay? Let me grind. And let me go crazy. I'm trying. I know I've been doing this YouTube stuff for over years, kind of demotivating that, like, people stopping supporting me.
He was definitely becoming more and more desperate to please his fans. The pressure to always perform is what I imagine led him to continue raising the mistakes with every new upload. He had this whole arc where he pretended to get arrested for breaking into his neighbor's house and needed to get bailed out from jail by a friend. The description for this one is so wild to me. This is Maddie Mags. I had to upload this video for Neon due to the fact that he got detained earlier than expected. Please keep him in your prayers. Please pray he comes back home soon. Well, thankfully he did, only a couple days later, where he tells us all about the tough time he had in the slammer.
It was kind of scary, bruh, because like, you know, there's a bunch of old people over there like mustaches and beards, and it got me scared. I just kept trying to do my wild Indian dance, and they were just making fun of me, bro. I had a red dot on my forehead when I went in there. I had a big red dot, and they said my red dot looked like the Target logo.
Oh, okay. I think Neon is also the first streamer in history to ever be swatted by a US president.
Know what you look like and where you live.
These were the videos that started to get him some heat. I don't think I need to sit here and tell you why this stuff wasn't well received.
Yo, Ringo, what's good, bro?
You hear that? That's the sound of peace and quiet. It's kind of nice after hearing this kid yell for so long. But you have to understand that Neon's content hinged on pure clickbait and sensationalism. Whether it be pretending to interview a COVID patient at the height of the pandemic.
I found this dude, bro, and he says he has the coronavirus, bro. If this dude really has the coronavirus, bro, this is gonna be a banger video, bro. Let's go. Yo, sick bro, hello?
Yo.
You already coughing, bro? Are you serious, bro?
Or straight up faking his own death for clout and attention, which is not...
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this shit goes hard, dude. What the fuck? Okay, I can't believe I'm saying this, but like, this stuff is kind of funny, like way funnier than what he does now. Like, he just had fucking content brain from the age of like 10.
Honestly, pretty...
He's gone. R.I.P. I'm alive.
Creative for someone that young. I'm not gonna lie. On December 21st, 2019,
yeah,
Neon's
it goes hard.
brother made an announcement that Neon was in critical condition in the hospital and needed immediate brain surgery to remove a tumor from his head, and that if the surgery didn't work out, he would, quote, bleed to death. Now, I'm not a doctor, of course, but I am pretty sure that's not how that works. I admire the commitment, though. I mean, they even go so far as to say Neon's been acting weird lately and has been having 3 to 5 seizures a day, ending with the call to action, hashtag pray for Neon. I'd rather pray for whoever's body that is in the thumbnail. Who is that? Now, this might all look pretty dire, but if you were to visit Neon's second channel at the time, you'd discover this video was posted on the same exact day.
His brother said he's in critical condition in hospital right now, on the verge of death. But take a look at this video he uploaded on his second channel.
We're gonna be having some bangers on this channel. Drop a sub, drop a like, turn on the post notifications, but we're gonna be doing giveaways. We're gonna be playing so many different games. Everyone drop a sub if you haven't already, man.
But in case you weren't convinced, Neon did go on to state his final words 2 days later.
For everyone who thinks this is a joke, bro.
Where are this kid's parents, dude? What is going on? Like, I'm turning conservative by the moment. I'm like, we have a crisis in parenting in this fucking country. You know what I mean? Like, what are they doing? Are they around? Like, do you not see what your fucking child is doing online and go, oh my God, what the fuck? They're at work. Indian parents are on the grind daily. Bro, this is the one. Dude, Indian parents especially. Are you kidding me? Bro, Asian parents? I feel like if I was making videos like this, and I'm not even joking, my father would beat the dog shit out of me, okay? Like, literally, my dad would fucking whip out the belt or some shit. Like, that is not even, like, the moment. Bro, I am 33 fucking years old. My father still calls me and is like, what's up? Are you a homosexual now? What's going on with these fucking fingernails? Like, obviously, it's a little bit different, the tone of the conversation now, because I'm 33 years old. And I take care of my parents, and I'm very honored to do so. But it's like what do you mean? Like, this is a 10-year-old living in his fucking family's house, and like nobody's checking in on him. Like, what's he doing for hours in his room? That type of shit. What's happening here? You know, Hasan, tell us your story. Tell us stories of your beatings. I'm just shocked. Some parents have zero computer literacy skills. No. There's got to be like, bro, come on. Indian parents are gathering together. One of the fucking parents is going to be like, hey, what's going on with your son? And then it's Jover, or it should be for the most part. You know, what the fuck happened?
This stuff that's happening is not something to joke around about.
you know, what's happening with me is not something that should be joking around about. You guys should not be playing around about this, bro. This is actually serious stuff that people go through, bro.
I didn't know they had gaming chairs in the hospital. I also love the way he emphasizes how this is not a joke, but we all know what he's doing. Or actually, maybe not all of us, since his very next video, the one announcing his death, garnered a pretty favorable like to dislike ratio from Neon's audience. The videos are now gone, so it's hard for me to find any of the comments from this era, but it is pretty hilarious to think there was anyone out there who actually...
Indian parents would be proud of this grind? No shot, dude. Nah, it's like so disrespectful to yourself, to your family, to everything.
Fell for this. I mean, his
You
death
crazy?
video is just...
Are you crazy? Bro, look, I can't speak for Indian parents. Obviously, I'm not Indian, but like even my parents were like, what the fuck is this YouTube shit? What are you doing on YouTube for years? For literally fucking years. My father, every time we had a conversation, would be like, when are you going to get a PhD? When are you going to stop fucking around? Go back to school. Like literally for years. Until like when I went on my own, when I left TYT and I went out on my own and was making my own fucking money, like even then, he's like, so what's up? Are you going to get a PhD soon? Come on. When are you going to drop this? When are you going to drop this? They didn't realize I was getting a fucking doctorate and serving the top of the hour ad break. You know what I mean? Engineer, doctor, lawyer. Lawyer is the least acceptable out of the two or out of the three. Yeah. Anyway, thesis defended. Yeah, you should defend yourself against the top of the hour ad break by subscribing for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime. Here's the 3-minute ad break now. Boom. Blammo.
Just a compilation of his best NBA 2K moments. What an epic eulogy. Fast forward a few days later though, and wouldn't you know it, the tomb is empty, Neon is risen. He triumphed in the gulag and went back to making quality content that didn't offend anyone. The end. Is what I would be telling you if he didn't go on to become a fucking kick streamer. That's right, after a 2-year hiatus, Neon made his grand return to YouTube with a vlog of himself walking around Jacksonville, Florida, hanging out just by himself. I mean, was no one else available that day? This video just feels lonely. But he balances that out by being a pushy, overly aggressive asshole to random people who don't even really seem to get mad at him. They're just...
You asked where his parents are?
You want to get one?
Yeah, can you get one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck.
I will once again ask the question, who the fuck is organically watching this shit, bro? I mean, who? This makes me happy. I've never met my dad. It's chill. Don't scroll down. Yeah, the rest of it is like racism, but still, it's just like kick viewers. There's no such thing. There's not a real thing.
Confused?
I know you people smoke and sell drugs.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Have you in the real world encountered a single fucking person that's like, can't wait to watch my favorite kick streamer this weekend? Like, is that a conversation that has ever occurred? I mean that with all sincerity. Bro, this guy's 3 viewers also cyberstalk you. It's fine. I know. Middle schoolers love this shit. No, there is 0% chance that they're on fucking kick watching it. They probably watch TikTok compilations or some shit at best.
I'm gonna say it nicely before I actually sue you, and you. And you know exactly why you fuckers are gonna lose in court. Get the fuck out of my store. Bye. Thank you, man.
I'm not really sure who exactly this fake tough guy persona appeals to, and I'd be willing to bet neither does Neon. What he lacks in talent, he makes up for in desperation.
I'll be back with a fucking strap. I'm gonna shoot you in the head. I'm gonna shoot you in the head.
Neon strikes me as one of those guys that normal people only hear about every couple months when he inevitably does something supremely stupid to land himself on the front page of Dexerto or whatever. His regular day-to-day content is so bland and it's so geared towards the youngest demographic imaginable that there's no reason to really talk about him unless he's doing something uniquely unhinged, which still happens more than you'd think. I can personally attest to having to rewrite this particular segment multiple times during the making of this video because he would not stop trending for things like putting himself into others in a life or death situation in hopes of going viral. Maybe you saw the little joyride he recently took with Instagram personality Squeeze Benz a few weeks back. Squeeze Benz is someone whose hobby has made him a literal wanted criminal. He belongs to a community of anonymous drivers who derive thrill from renting supercars and cutting recklessly through traffic, going 100 over the speed limit on freeways which are occupied by regular people, families, new drivers.
Didn't he get arrested recently, that guy? He got caught, no?
Didn't sign up to be around someone like Squeeze.
Bro, why is it literally like, why is it always just crime? it's always just fucking crime, dude. How is that possible? Like, it's just shocking to me that it's always, the answer always is just crime. You're like, what kind of content goes on at Kick? And the answer is crime.
There's also other people at risk when you do that. Innocent civilians. So what do you think about the element of danger for that?
I've been doing this since like real shit since I was 9. I feel like I did some professional at it, like, you know.
I'll admit, I don't really understand the appeal of putting the lives of so many innocent civilians at risk for what is essentially just a dumb gimmick at the end of the day. It doesn't matter how skilled of a driver you think you are. All it takes is one person to accidentally change lanes when you don't expect it for multiple people to wind up dead in an instant. But try telling that to Squeeze and his 670,000 followers. There is a market for this kind of negligence, and Neon figured that by doing a collab with Squeeze, he would successfully create some epic viral moments, which he absolutely did, just maybe not for the reasons he had hoped.
And I get really scared and I can't afford to die. You have my word, you will only go at 7 above the speed limit. Or 10 above, what's illegal?
Let's say 20 above the speed limit.
No, 10.
Squeeze's crew, I'm sure, can read the anxiety in Neon's voice, and instead of being straight up with him, they continuously reassure Neon that this is going to be an easy drive. You know, we're not going to do anything crazy.
If you feel uncomfortable, I will grab this kid and I'll tell him to stop the car. And it's a 2023 Lambo, bro. This shit is safe as He's not gonna wild out.
We'll stop whenever you get uncomfortable, bro. You can trust us. When in fact, bro could not.
Crime is not a crime. Yeah, bro. Like, there's a difference, okay? Yeah, I don't give a shit when people are fucking dead ass broke and like trying to survive by fucking stealing food or whatever from a mega corporation. And ultimately, I think the way to tackle that kind of crime is by uplifting poor people, fixing the underlying material inequalities that persist in American society so that people don't have to feel the need to go and fucking steal even like expensive bags or whatever so they can pay rent. Okay? In a world where all of the material conditions and the underlying material inequality is solved, this motherfucker is still going to be taking a luxury car and putting other people's lives at risk. I think that's the difference. You know what I mean? Like, some people just do shit for clout and for content. There's a difference between like crimes of necessity, which is ironic because like a lot of these people's audience literally hate that. They hate the other type of crime, like the real type of crime that persists when people just don't have money, versus type of crimes like this that put like a shit ton of people's lives at risk. They think it's cool.
I trust them. I'm also not sure what it being a 2023 Lambo would have anything to do with safety here. You're going 120, man. You really think an airbag is gonna bail you out of this one? The conversation goes on for a few minutes until finally Neon is psyched up and ready for what he probably knows deep down is going to be a pretty dangerous situation. These guys may be lying scumbags, but Neon is also an adult capable of making his own decisions. He's aware of who Squeeze is and has presumably seen enough of his content to know what this little cruise might very well entail. Not to mention his entire demeanor shifts once he realizes how much his chat is loving this.
Bro, the chat's going crazy for you, Squeeze. W Squeeze in the chat, bro. I with you, Squeeze. You do like the unthinkable, bro. Chat, how did that look to y'all, bro?
Once Neon believes the scariest part to be behind him, he can't stop singing Squeeze's praises, dick riding the dude who could have.
To be fair, a lot of these cringe kids are trying to desperately make it as influ streamers rather than the hellish prospect of getting a real job. Fair.
Just killed him a few minutes prior. He literally says, I can't say I had a good time or I'll get banned.
I mean, I can't like say I was having fun because I'm gonna get banned, so I had a bad time.
Yeah, okay, bro. Yeah, Kick will ban you.
That's how you know he has zero regret for any of this. And despite the whole song and dance he tried to put on to drum up sympathy after Squeeze's driving resulted in a shocker, a crash.
All I know, I'm gonna leave it with this chat. I was there to do a Q&A, sit in his car. We agreed and handshaked only 10 over the speed limit, and this just went crazy, and I can't do shit. I'm sitting in the car. What the fuck am I supposed to do, bro? I can't just jump out when it's going 100 miles per hour, bro.
It's just so pathetic and disingenuous to see this slime ball turn around and pretend like he wasn't enjoying it the second it becomes convenient. Because if you didn't know, Neon actually did get banned shortly after this clip made the rounds. The thing he was so worried about happening actually ended up happening. Wow, who would have thought?
He did?
Play stupid.
He got banned? Kick bans people? Oh, fuck? That's news to me. I thought they only ban people when like people make YouTube videos about like someone actively making you know, CP.
Stupid games win stupid prizes, and I'm talking about really stupid prizes because Neon ended up getting his account back less than 24 hours later. Remember, this is Kick. Illegal activity might as well be a requirement with the amount of people who get arrested on stream. Yes, I'm still talking about Neon. I hope him going to jail all those years ago prepared him for being detained for real this time in a foreign country, because during his trip to Dubai last month, Neon and his girlfriend Sam Frank were taken into custody for accidentally and illegally filming where they shouldn't have. According to The Sun, you needed the permit to film where Neon and his entourage were walking, but their biggest mistake came when their cameraman pointed the camera directly at the police. Not only did Neon initially try to get out of this by lying and saying he was a Make-A-Wish kid,
We're fulfilling for an organization, Make-A-Wish.
but he also told the cops he wasn't filming when he clearly was.
Can you close the camera?
It's off. It's off. There's nothing going on. All cameras are off. I just want to let you know we're trying to work with you guys.
This resulted in Neon and Sam spending 38 hours in a Dubai jail. With little to no live updates during this time, the only source on the matter was Aiden Ross, who
Oh no, they're gonna enslave him. Yeah, they were just shocked that there was an Indian man inside of Dubai that still had his passport. They were like, "What is going on here? This seems a little suspicious." Case is, yeah, me making fun of the insane amount of fucking unimaginable indentured servitude that goes on in fucking Gulf nations is me being racist, actually. Yeah, me making fun of people doing that is the real racism. Yes. Kick only bans when their mass downvote bots on Reddit don't reach a thread fast enough to prevent it from getting on the front page. Yeah.
who told the press that it was a, quote, very sticky situation. This actually led some people to run with the narrative that Neon had died, which if I had a nickel for every time people online thought Neon was dead, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Though Neon eventually took to Kick to announce his safe return from the slammer, reminiscing on how much they loved him in jail and thanking Aiden for looking out for him and trying to get him home safe.
Aiden, yeah, he's one of the people who actually did look out, bro, and I really appreciate that, bro. He really tried his hardest to get me out of the situation, because chat, it was a really crazy situation, bro. It was a really situation.
Now, I'm assuming that if you make enough loud, grating, and insufferable videos that nobody under the age of 10 can enjoy, Aiden Ross visits you in the middle of the night and invites you on stream. In fact, Neon made his first major debut on Aiden's stream with Andrew Tate back in 2023. But the latter was on house arrest for, well, I don't think I need to say. Only he had no idea what he was doing, and the entire stream came off pretty awkward, largely because of Neon. No wonder Aiden's chat wanted him gone only 15 minutes in.
My whole chat is spamming to kick you.
Words are boring. I'm gonna work.
Well, this guy's on a period. Is he a bro? He's on his fucking period.
Stop hating on Kick. You stick up for a big corporation, Amazon. You're an Amazon shill. That's awesome, bro. I don't think that's how you spell shill. I like this. I like the creative writing you engaged in there.
I mean, don't these jokes get old at a certain point? It's just the same thing over and over. Neon is trying way too hard to impress his idols and prove to the world that, hey, he can be edgy too.
You're gonna burn in fucking hell, you Jewish.
Like, we get it, man. You can stop being so predictable for once in your life. Neon is so provocative for the sake of being provocative that there really is no thought process beyond, what's the most annoying thing I can say to make people mad right now? I'm not surprised the only people entertained by it are riding in the back of their mom's cars to school.
What did you say? The woman! The woman!
What?
Speak
We
up.
love women. We love women. We love women.
But not like transgender.
No.
All gays are
But by getting so much exposure from Aiden, Neon quickly grew a sizable following on Kick. As a dude who cares about nothing and will say anything to anyone if he thinks it'll get a reaction. I mean,
I think in the interest of showcasing like the difference there, here's an interaction between Kai and his incredibly young fan base in comparison to like Sneeko or fucking Neon and their interactions, right? Like this is like kind of brain rot, but here, watch this.
You said what?
Can we dance for you?
You want to dance with me? All right, go ahead. Okay, come here.
Look at the contrast there. Notice something?
Where y'all learned to move from? Where y'all learned to move?
From music videos that say curse words in you.
Music videos that say curse words in you.
Y'all know Speed?
Yes. Yeah. You know Didi Osama?
Okay, all right, so you watch Lil Mabu, Didi Osama, Speed, and me. All right, look, go home, okay? Delete TikTok, delete YouTube, delete Twitch. No. Let me tell you. Delete TikTok, delete YouTube.
Yeah, he is Lil Mabu. They should stop watching.
Delete Twitch. Download Coco Melon. You know Coco Melon?
Yeah.
Watch that, okay? Go play. Go get a DS. Go play Coco Mama. Delete all the maps, all right?
Coco Mama. Anything for you guys?
Anyway, fucking Gen Z's cooked, dude.
Laughing at a random kid's dad working at Walmart really exposes him as the out-of-touch asshole he is.
What did your dad do for work?
Oh, Walmart warehouse.
No, I'm such a bad guy.
Like, that is someone who has never struggled for anything in his life. I'm sorry. If he can't set his dog shit persona to the side for 10 seconds to not mock a minimum wage worker unprompted, then it's no wonder he gets his ass beat everywhere he goes. He's happy to dish out absurd amounts
Gen Z's over too, and so is Gen Alpha.
of money to flex on the people around him, but when it comes to helping those same people out monetarily, he suddenly no longer shits money.
What that jacket said was, I shit money. That's it.
That's vibe. That's the vibe I want to.
Yeah, that's the vibe you want to put out there, right?
I shit money.
Okay, so shit on me. Give me some money.
I don't shit money.
Oh, for that same 3,500, you can outfit everybody you know with Letterman jackets.
He has no perspective, so he's incapable of showing any kind of respect, and he's found a profession where that can be incredibly lucrative. He can harass women, be openly racist and transphobic, start fights with people 3 times his size, all without any incentive to grow and change as a person, because this is what continuously rewards him with 80,000 live viewers, which even that is, how do I put this? Highly debatable. For over a year now, Neon has been unable to beat the view botting allegations. In fact, they've only gotten worse, with the YouTuber Cameron posting a video last month where he questions how Neon, as someone with a significantly smaller following across all platforms than XQC or Aiden Ross, is managing to pull up more live viewers than them. Cameron argues that if these views were legit, we would see that reflected across other platforms. And in the case of Neon, we just don't.
Aiden Ross goes crazy on Kick. He's the top Kick streamer. And if you look at his other social medias, you can tell that he gets some pretty good engagement. HasanAbi, on the other hand, is one of the top Twitch streamers. You can tell that his viewers rock with them on all platforms. Somehow Neon averages more viewers than both of them. And Neon literally only has a fraction of what they have on all of his other socials.
That in itself is hard to explain, but there definitely is no way to explain how Neon managed to jump from 10K live viewers to 70K in under 30 minutes. And that's just one instance that Cameron was able to catch himself. Other reports seeing Neon's view count randomly spike from 2 all the way to 40,000 live viewers in a span of 30 seconds. That's just unheard of for a guy like Neon, who simply does not have the same influence as XQC and Aiden Ross. Even Trainwrecks TV, another co-founder of the site, has accused Neon of botting, with Ed Craven going out of his way to ban Neon's name from his chat.
Holy f***, can someone ban the word Neon? We don't give a f*** about Neon right now. Listen, big shout out to all people who give, talk or, do streaming on Kick, but, come on.
So it's really no exaggeration to say that whenever Neon finds himself in some shit, his genuine supporters are few and far between. Neon caught his first ban in March 2024. And without even double checking, I can confidently tell you this was his first ban because Kick hardly bans anyone. I mean, Kick is the place where you can own equity in the company and still stream the Super Bowl and to hundreds of thousands of children and face zero consequence. So if you're getting even temporarily banned from Kick, you fucked up bad. But what could Neon have done that was so bad? The platform that doesn't usually care about anything had to step in?
Neon has now been banned for, and I gotta read this on the screen just to actually process that it's real. He threatened to dox and sexually assault a young fan.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's pretty bad, I guess. I haven't the slightest idea why Neon was in a Zoom with what looks to be a kindergartner in the first place, but when this kid started talking shit, you'd expect Neon, the dude who has built his career on doing exactly that to other people, to be able to take the heat. But instead, he immediately blew up and threatened to do things to this kid that I can't even repeat out loud without risking an age restriction.
I don't give a f you're 10 years old. I'll f you in the I swear to God. Shut the
I just realized that's the kid from earlier. Wow, I love recurring characters. The puzzling abyss that is Neon's terminally contaminated mind is something that should probably be studied by Harvard. I mean, how do you even begin to make sense of a dude like this? It didn't take long for news of Neon's, quote, sudden ban to get picked up by all of the usual suspects, and before long, the clip had been seen by millions upon millions of people who were quick to weigh in on the discourse. Yes, Neon did threaten to dox and rape a 12-year-old on stream. But But did he know he was 12? If so, there's a line you don't cross when trash talking. Apparently he was 14. Oh well, that changes everything. It doesn't really matter to me that Neon was trash talking. You're still an insane person for saying this to anyone for any reason, much less a minor. I mean, does that even need clarifying? I feel like I'm just stating the obvious here. I think it's safe to say he still doesn't understand the gravity of his little outburst though, judging by the 2 piss poor apologies he released next.
And I wanted to say this was an eye-opener for me in my eyes, and I'm not gonna make anything bad like that happen ever again.
So there are a lot of issues with this video, but the standout moment to me is when Neon hilariously says this.
That was not something that comes out of a person like me's mouth ever. I'm not that type of guy. I'm not that type of person.
I'm sorry, but for anyone not aware, I'll just come out and say Neon is not a good person. This isn't controversial to say. I don't think even his fans who like him would consider Neon a good and decent person. I'm sorry, man. You are famous because people hate you. You can play a terrible person online if you own it. You're fine with that. But the moral posturing when it becomes convenient for your career is the definition of disingenuous. People see right through it. If you actually want others to think of you as a good person, maybe let your actions speak for themselves and don't do stuff like this. Otherwise, you're just gonna get written off and end up having to apologize again, which is exactly what happened.
Let me clear that up too, bro. Let me clear that up. I want to start off by saying I do not. Why am I smiling?
I wonder if this is how my haters feel when they watch me in action. You know what I mean? Like the anger and the resentment that I have in my heart for so many of these fucking dudes, which would all magically go away if they just stopped being like this, you know? I wonder if that's how they feel as well. Like a hate watcher comes in here. If that's the kind of fucking hatred that they have when I'm streaming, then like it makes sense as to why they're fucking spending so much time doing what they do. But it is so unhealthy. Like I never fucking watch these dudes, you know?
I want to start off by saying, yo, we got hella people in here. God damn, man. I don't fuck with that shit. The fact that someone let me get to such a bad point in my the hell? The fact that someone let me get to such a bad point in my you know, words and shit for.
You're twice their age.
Okay.
I mean, at least here he isn't hiding how he feels. He's annoyed that he's even having to do any of this in the first place, and I guarantee if he hadn't been banned, he wouldn't have addressed this at all.
The fact that someone let me get that down bad and say those things is really fucked up, and I want to take full accountability.
What do you mean you threatened to dog?
I can't believe someone let me get that way, you know? I was down bad. Chatter, nobody acts like this at their age. Stop it. Yeah. Honestly, Neon is funny as fuck. You and I have very different definitions of funny. I just find like so much of the kick shit that pops off on Twitter, partially because it's like, you know, like botters and tweet deckers who are just posting this shit. So much of that, it just is gross. Like I see it and I don't think it's funny at all. I think it's just gross.
And assault a child because you were, quote, down bad, and that it's not your fault you said any of it because someone should have burst into the room.
Maybe I'm just getting super fucking old and lame in my old age. It could be that. But like, I see this stuff and I'm just like, oh, gross, dude. I mean, look, I have my fucking edgy moments. I say shit that lands me in hot water, as you guys know. I mean, I not exactly a lot of fucking fans on the conservative side of the political sphere. But ultimately, it's like, this is just so like transparently bottom of the barrel, trying to desperately like motivate the lowest common denominator, you know? I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's like kind of worse than the fucking Paul brothers, you know? Like content is devolved online. Like think about it. Logan Paul, Jake Paul, they used to do a lot of fuck shit, right? They would get in trouble a lot. Kids loved it though. But honestly, this is like way worse than that. Did they fucking run around? I mean, the Suicide Forest thing was like one of those moments where it was like akin to something that you could see someone like a kick streamer do. But I feel like kick streamers are having Suicide Forest ass moments like every week. Like they're literally doing suicide moment filming moments, like Suicide Forest filming moments like every other fucking week, maybe twice a week.
Physically restrained you or something, of course. I get that you're young, Neon.
Yeah,
but
Logan Paul is filming Logan Paul is like filming the person who killed himself on his YouTube video. These guys are going up to fucking people and being like, you should kill yourself. I'll pay you money to your I'll give your family money if you kill yourself on camera. And if you think what I'm saying is fucking insane and it's like a joke, brother, it is not a fucking joke. I've literally seen Aiden Ross pay his fans to like dump their cars in the rivers. I've seen Aiden Ross make jokes about like, you know, dousing their fucking brothers with piss or whatever, with a bucket full of piss, that kind of thing.
But you're way too old to be pulling this kind of shit. These aren't the NBA 2K Fortnite days, all right? You're now one of the leading streamers on Kick, and you need to set a better example if you want the site to not have the reputation it already does. But why would he do that? He can't even contain his emotions long enough to listen to basic criticism without immediately bursting to a weird...
Yeah, Aiden famously told a watcher of his, your brother's a Hasan fan, go stab him. Like, that was a joke.
Transphobic fit of rage.
Oh, here goes this guy, bro.
We're just
chat
telling me about like, wow.
I swear to God, bro. Hey, listen, whatever the f your name is, you listen, bro. You wanna fight? Let me know, bro. I swear to God, I will beat your ass. You're an annoying ass motherfucker. You blue hair. You are so damn annoying, bro. I hate this guy. I literally hate him, bro. I wanna.
He called him a blue-haired fuck.
Not gonna say that.
I can't tell if this is a joke or if he's really that delusional, but if these two ever set foot in the ring, Charlie is shutting down this guy's entire bloodline. Okay, I'll just say that. Even the people trying to defend Neon can't get through to him. That's how far gone he is. I mean, he literally calls Keemstar a pedo for trying to defend him.
First of all, I defended you during this certain situation.
Yeah, because you're a pedo yourself. That's why you defended me, you weird.
Dude, go fuck yourself.
There's just no value in trying to save this kid. It's over. He just can't help but be hated by virtually everyone who has to deal with them. But that doesn't make Neon unique by any means. In fact, being the internet's favorite punching bag is a trait especially consistent in our next specimen.
Oh my God, is it gonna be, oh, it's the fast kid. It's fetal alcohol syndrome personified. This kid, honestly, this kid personally should be trotted around to tell parents the dangers of consuming alcoholic beverages while pregnant. Straight up. Like, that's not even a thing. I'm being honest. Like, the CDC should have fucking like warnings. You know how they do the cigarette labels? Like, they should just have gifs of this fucking kid everywhere to be like, listen, are you pregnant? Put down the fucking bottle. Okay? Put down the bottle unless you want your child to be this thing. J Nicole Q, thank you for the 10 gifted subs.
Before becoming famous for harassing strangers in public and hiding behind his belligerent bodyguards when confronted for his own annoying behavior.
Oh God, this was the video that...
What? Little pal, what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Jack Doherty was too, a young kid flipping markers at school and unboxing Call of Duty bundles in his living room floor, trying to build a legacy. While their career paths may have been similar, I have to say Jack Doherty has always been a little more trend savvy than Neon. 7 years and 14 million subscribers ago, Jack was already learning how to clickbait like his idols, the Pauls, trying his hand at innocent prank calls and hopping on the epic Killer Clown bandwagon of 2016.
Remember my Killer Clown? Yeah, he's back. He just texted me something like really creepy, and here it is. Oh, dude, he's doing it again. He's doing it again. Look, guys, he said, I'm back, and then he put a knife. A knife. Look at that.
A simpler time. I guess Jack never got the memo, though, that in order to be a functional member of society, at some point, you kinda have to grow up. It's one thing to get kicked out of Walmart as an immature 13-year-old. It's another to do it as a millionaire adult.
All right, guys, so we're in Walmart. We're gonna see how long...
One thing that's really funny about this video is that this was 2 weeks ago, right? This came out 2 weeks ago, May 31st, 2024. And like, I know for a fact that obviously this doesn't feature the things that have happened in between that time period and now. What do I mean by this? I know that this dude literally fucking, didn't he just straight up say the N-word with a hard R on screen, like scream on stream, like fucking straight up 2 or 3 days ago? Stop spoiling. It's not going to be in the video, chat, because he did it recently. He did it like 3 weeks after.
It takes to get kicked out of the back.
Get out of my back room now.
My back room. My daddy owns this back room. You're assaulting the...
Whole content is my daddy's rich.
Those order screens are so unhygienic. Now, probably haven't had food in 6 days.
Thank you.
Those order screens.
He might have actually said the hater. I had not seen this clip. This doesn't look like he said the N-word. Wait, okay. What? I don't know if he's saying. I don't think he's saying. He say hater? I mean, it makes contextual sense for him to say hater. It doesn't sound like hater, but no, I think he's trying to say hater. But it ends with an NG. It says fucking. So it sounds like the N-word, but I think he's saying hater. Okay. Fair. Listen. Is that a keffiyeh? Yes, he's wearing a keffiyeh.
Days, you fucking hater. Shame.
You're only saying that because you want to say the N-word? Yeah, me, famously. That's like definitely a thing I want to say.
Daddy, chill. Wait, it's not that deep.
Dude, you set out to make her mad, and now you're gonna pretend like it wasn't that deep when she gives you the reaction you were looking for all along? But I guess that wasn't enough for a whole video, so he moved on to harassing and lying to another worker instead.
Excuse me, sir, would you be interested in a rim job? You look like you could use a rim job. Not recording.
You really shouldn't feel so comfortable hassling someone who's just trying to do their job in peace, man. That's not normal. If you see someone working hard to get through the day and your first thought is, I should film this person and humiliate them online for clout, you need therapy. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I think we can actually learn a thing or two about modern day Jack by looking back at his early work. If you're wondering how he ended up doing stuff like this for clout and attention, it might possibly have something to do with him never being disciplined as a kid, and in fact, having his behavior enabled by his parents from a young age. Take this 7-year-old video, for example, where his mother willingly drives him to the actual FaZe house on the off chance he gets to meet his favorite YouTubers in the flesh, filming their home and neighborhood without permission. I mean, talk about a breach of privacy. This is about as parasocial as it gets.
Bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. He's like, I doxed the FaZe house with my mom. In parentheses, not clickbait. How the fuck, yo, what are parents doing? I mean, fetal alcohol syndrome, once again. You hate to see it, okay? You hate to see it, but that's the alcoholic mom, okay? That's the alcoholic mom probably driving her fast son, maybe even under the influence, who knows?
Yes.
We're at the FaZe house right now. Holy crap, guys, we're going in. We're going in.
And it wouldn't have happened if his mom hadn't allowed it. It really gives you a sense of who calls the shots in the Doherty family, huh?
Thank you, Mommy. You're the best.
If my kid ever asked me to drive them to a YouTuber's house, he's getting disowned. That's a joke. I don't have a kid. Obviously, if I did, I'd be exploiting him in vlogs by now. Jack stands there a while.
Rich white parents do not send their kids to boarding school anymore, and it shows. Yeah, actually.
Knocking repeatedly on the door, hoping, praying that he can maybe catch a single glimpse of one of the elusive FaZe members. But it's taking a while, and even his mother is getting impatient.
Come on, Will. I want them to come out so freaking badly.
But after loitering long enough, Jack finally gets his wish.
Oh my god! FaZe rain! FaZe rain! Guys, it's freaking FaZe rain! Holy crap! No, FaZe Rain, you're leaving us.
And then it's over. Oh, that was worth it, huh? Shocked FaZe Rain would feel uncomfortable coming home to a random child filming him on his front porch. It's a real mystery why he sped away so fast.
Guys, so we're leaving the FaZe house. They didn't open the door. We saw his car and everything, but he didn't come out. Why?
Which goes back to the original point that if Jack had someone in his life to tell him that this was wrong and inappropriate, and it may not have continued on down this path. And although it may sound cliche to say at this point, it seems Jack was never really taught that actions come with consequences.
Would you let your kid do that? Are you fucking insane? Are you on crack? Oh, this is yet another example, a clear-cut example of why we mustn't restrict abortion, okay? That's crazy. We should never restrict abortion as a society. Do you want more of this?
Reminds us of his entitlement all the time.
I can hear you.
If he keeps recording, I'm gonna break the camera. I don't care.
You're gonna get kicked out of your school and you're gonna have to watch your back.
One thing I've noticed about Jack is that he is a serial vibe killer.
What is he doing, bro? Now we all get in.
For example, here he is at a beach party with a bunch of college kids he doesn't go to school with, or as he calls them, NPCs.
That's why she doesn't belong in college with all these NPCs.
He is very obviously the outcast in this situation, yet somehow he still sees himself as above all these other students. Investing in your future by getting an education? Not cool, according to Jack.
You're not cool. You guys are in school. School is not cool.
I'm sure it's easy to feel all high and mighty when you've got 2 security guards at your side to intimidate any drunk frat dude that may get fed up with your nonstop filming, but the irony of telling them to cry about it as he walks away with his tail tucked between his legs is just perfect.
His weaponization of his security detail actually bit him in the ass, I think, when his bouncer clocked Karina Koff's like guy friend at that Halloween party. I hope she fucking sued his ass.
Jack has never been able to take even a fraction of the shit he dishes out. If you waste an entire day digging through Jack's bloated backlog of content like I have, you'll discover his Karen saga from 2020, where he would ride his dirt bike past his neighbor's house in the morning to intentionally piss her off like the asshole he is, label her a Karen, and milk her reaction for all the content he can, filming and provoking her instead of trying to resolve things maturely behind the scenes. Because why do that? Being reasonable and normal isn't an option when we've got merch to sell.
I want to say, guys, I dropped brand new merch. It's on the screen right there. It's super dope, guys. I know you'll love it.
They went back and forth for a while, culminating when renowned psychological mastermind Dr. Phil decided to get involved. Now, you'd think Jack would maybe revel in all this new exposure he'd be getting from going on Dr. Phil, and he definitely did, especially in this vlog leading up to his national television debut.
Basically, Dr. Phil has seen my videos about the Karens, and he wants me to come on Dr. Phil because he thinks I have a problem or something like that. And my manager's like, Jack, you gotta do this. Like, this could be great publicity for you. I'm like, yo, I'm down. Like, Dr. Phil, my mom's a huge fan.
But once he's in the studio and has to answer for being a dick to his neighbor, we see a slightly different side of Jack. His confidence is rattled, and he keeps trying to defend himself as a good person who is more than happy to apologize.
It's just like, it's just two people I hate. Like, just the absolute fucking worst people hyping each other up.
As if need be.
I'm 100% willing to apologize to her right now. Rachel, I'm sorry for riding my dirt bike by her house.
Only those words ring hollow once he shifts into victim mode. What he did could have been worse, he says, even stating outright that he's being unfairly targeted for no reason.
But I was trying my best and everybody was just picking on me for like everything I do, you know? But like, all right, I'm used to it, whatever. I'm being attacked for everything, I feel like. I could have put her face out on the internet, but I chose not to do that because I don't want it to have effect on her life either. So, I'm just saying.
It's like he's genuinely a bit anxious about this new audience he's in front of maybe not liking him.
She just exaggerates everything. Like, the first time she started talking to me, she started, like, screaming at me. If she was respectful, I would have went right to, like, I would have been like, sorry, I'll never ride here.
Watch the video.
Bro, he also, like, I mean, he just also straight up looks annoying. That's the other thing. Like, he has, like, he has the classic, like, I love eating chocolates archetype. You know what I mean? Willy Wonka and the fucking chocolate factory type shit. Like, he looks like a kid that would be turned into a pig by a witch, okay? In, like, every fucking German folk story. Like, this kid was literally the villain of every 90s movie, okay? Every like 80s, 90s, 70s, 60s, maybe up until the fucking early 2000s, this motherfucker's name is like Hansel, okay? Or Hans, and he is straight up the villain in every child's story.
Said 50,000 likes and I'll go down there and do it again.
She came to my house 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, I wonder why she kept doing that. He has no problem going after random people as long as he can talk shit from a safe distance where he benefits financially. But once it's time to be held somewhat accountable, that's where he falls apart. It's why he has to hide behind others for all the problems he creates.
What did I say? What did I say? I don't know. She said you was talking shit.
How?
I don't know.
On live stream.
I don't know. Would you say something?
Go look at my live stream.
I don't know.
Oh, it's fucking so... It's like one of those things where it's like, who's more annoying? You know what I mean? Who's more annoying in this situation? It's still him. It's still the fucking kid. Honestly, there's an ongoing lawsuit. Oh, thank God.
All right, you'll never know.
I didn't know who Jack was until I saw this video a few months ago. He had already established himself as one of the biggest personalities on Kick for reasons that we will unfortunately be getting into more later. But to many outside of the IRL streaming ecosystem, this was their first introduction to the Doughboy. We see him arguing with a dude by the name of Chase at David Dobrik's Halloween party. We know it's a Halloween party because of Chase's costume, which ironically and tragically has the phrase "get physicals" thrown across the front. Apparently, Jack called Corinna Compton OnlyFans after pretending like he didn't say anything.
Do you think I said something?
That's what I heard. That's all I heard.
All right. And for me.
Do you say something?
Yeah. You think I said something?
He tries to walk it back by claiming he calls everyone an OnlyFans whore. Hey, we're all OnlyFans whores here. Corinna is awesome, but only because he's being confronted.
You know Corinna lit.
She is lit.
Yeah, so don't talk. You can't talk shit.
I was not talking shit. It's more of a joke, but like,
Wait,
you call everyone an OnlyFans.
We're all fucking OnlyFans.
You can tell he's nervous with the way he anxiously sways back and forth and keeps eyeing his bodyguard, a man who calls himself Kane Kong, to help bail him out of the conflict that he instigated by badmouthing Corinna. It's only after Kane gets involved that Jack suddenly regains his energy and picks up a little more confidence. Now he's the big tough guy he wants us all to think he is.
So now, what's the next step? Now, you want to suck my dick? Where we getting? You call me broke. No, I'm gonna cry myself to sleep tonight. Appreciate you. Don't care. All right, then what then?
Corinna explains why she doesn't want to talk to Jack. Completely valid, by the way. There are an infinite number of reasons not to be associated with this guy.
Just because I'm at a party and I don't want to talk to you, you say that
No. That's not what it was.
That's literally...
Every part of this story is just like, this is why I do not go out. Okay. As a 33-year-old man, this is part of the reason why I do not go out. Like, there were chatters in here being like, did you go to the party? Like, are you fucking insane? I would rather TOS myself publicly. Okay? Yeah, I would rather drone strike myself. Call me a Doctors Without Borders hospital in Kunduz the way I would fucking perish, okay? Rather than this.
What it was.
Okay, wait.
I literally got sent a clip in the middle of a party.
Oh, really?
No, I'm at a party.
As former friend of the show, Corinna Koff, former Oiler of mine.
But in the midst of this chaos is when Kane finally, and for no reason, with no warning whatsoever, decks Chase in the face and lays him out flat on the concrete. I can't show you the uncensored clip, of course, but all you need to know is that the dude did nothing to provoke anyone. He did nothing. Plus, Kane is about 3 times the size of Chase anyway. There would be no reason to use all of his force to knock this guy to the ground, even if he had initiated. But he didn't, and if you didn't know, that is assault. But Kane should be well aware of that. This isn't the first time he's beaten someone up for no reason. Once knocking a woman unconscious when he was working as security for a DaBaby in 2019. Though if you ask him, he was only doing his job. After all, he thought she was a man, so I guess that would have made it totally fine. I mean, just earlier that year, a 22-year-old fan was reportedly only trying to get a picture with DaBaby when he was beaten senseless by Kane and other members of security to the point where he ended up in a coma and almost died, according to the family. It resulted in DaBaby.
Bro, I don't really understand. Like, isn't there licensing and shit? Like, what the fuck is happening? What is happening? I just don't get it. I used the Corinna Koff makeup tutorial when I was in high school. I remember I still like the blush she used in it. Like, how I feel like if you're a bouncer and you fucking beat someone into a coma, like, you're done. You know what I mean? You shouldn't get fucking rehired to do the same thing again.
Maybe getting sued. So with all of that in mind, I have no idea why Jack would hire Kane to work with him when he's proved himself to be such a massive liability.
License to be large and black near a famous person sounds racist and socialist. What are you even fucking saying right now? What? No, I'm saying if you're like professional security, if you're hired to be professional security and you beat someone into a fucking coma, regardless of who your client is, doesn't matter. Like, there should be some regulation in that situation, I think.
Unsurprisingly, Jack was met with a lawsuit of his own, and as far as I'm aware, it's still ongoing. But I don't think it helps Jack's case that this isn't the only time he's had a security step in for him. After all, the only reason they're there is to help Jack get away with what he does best, annoying the fuck out of everyone he meets.
What the fuck is your problem?
You can pretty much close your eyes and click on any random Jack Doherty video to find him making an ass out of himself in public. It's like he just can't help himself. I mean, this guy spends like 5 straight minutes making loud moaning sounds while getting a massage at a mall.
Oh, yeah, I like that. Harder. Oh, harder. I like it. Oh, yeah. You're getting all in there, shawty. Just like that.
No one laughs. It's just everyone being super uncomfortable, hoping it ends.
Give me that neck.
Is it bad that it's turning me on?
I'm gonna blow. It's coming. I'm gonna blow.
I think I'm good here. I nutted.
Then he calls the masseuse disrespectful for not taking his money.
Here's $50.
I don't want your money.
You have to take it. We're running. She just ripped up the 50. Wait, give me that money back. Take this. Do it. Do it. You won't. You won't do it. Do it.
Please just walk out.
Wait, do it. You won't. She just ripped up a $50 bill, bro. The disrespect.
He makes a big deal out of it, then starts handing out bits of the $50 bill to random people who don't even know what the hell is going on. And of course, he has to remind us he isn't a mean person. He's not a bad guy. He just wants to put the masseuse's face on a shirt. Not to mess with her at all, of course. He's not doing anything wrong, remember?
It's like, I'm not being like mean or anything. anything. I'm literally putting on a shirt. It's not that deep. It's funny.
By the time it's printed though, the lady, lucky for her, has already clocked out for the day. Still, that doesn't stop him from messing with any of the other workers.
Does he need help? Hello. Don't worry, I'm a professional.
It's as if he's on a mission to make everyone else's day so much worse. There is negative value in provoking a random teacher only to turn around and pretend like it was him in the wrong the entire time.
Why are you acting so stupid?
Huh?
Why are you acting stupid?
You shouldn't chew with your.
Why are you acting stupid?
You shouldn't talk with your mouth open.
What's especially weird is that he at one point tells this guy he's 16, which is just straight up not true. He was 18 by the time he made this.
Get out of here.
I'm 16.
Get out of here.
Dude, chill. I'm 16. Bro, chill. Just sit down and eat your food.
And again, he probably does see himself in a perpetual state of adolescence anyway. Why bother growing up when this is the behavior that's gotten him his dream house at 20 years old?
I feel complete, you know, and I'm only 20 years old, but this is a direct result of hard work, guys. Obviously, I wouldn't have anything I have if I don't work all day, every day. A lot of people hate on me because I have money, and I show that I have money.
Yeah, man, that's why people hate you, because you have money. Totally not the other stuff. It's because you're too successful.
One thing people don't understand is I'm not just gonna buy 2 Lambos and a McLaren and not show them online. I'm not flexing. I'm just getting my money's worth.
I hate to say this, Jack, but that is literally the definition of flexing, which is fine, and you just own it. Enough of the bullshit grandstanding. We're not all idiots.
A lot of people like to use my wealth against me and say I'm a brat, blah, blah, blah. If you talk to anyone around me, if you really got to know me, you would know I'm not like that. I wouldn't have what I have in life if that's how I treat the people around me.
Actually, Jack, it seems like the people around you want to beat you up. I don't know if you've noticed that. Would love to know who out there doesn't
Is the guy your haters think you are because I'm down to slander you? No, this is like his fan base are my fucking haters. Like this 2-hour documentary is like a documentary on all of the people who fucking are either aligned or directly in my fucking orbit of haters.
consider Jack Doherty an entitled, spoiled brat. This is why I like Jack. I know you work hard, Jack. Well said. You're a G. On God, bro. Respect. Bro, I don't get why people hate him. He works so hard to get everything he has. Yeah, working hard for Jack Doherty means trying to get kicked out of places, being involved in physical...
Like, even if it's not them, it's like their fan bases for the most part. These are the fucking people whose fan bases are calling me gay, a fake socialist. Aubrey called Neon a bad person 3 times, but this guy's so much worse and he hasn't called him a bad person once. Bro, what do you mean? How many words does he need to use? He's doing a fucking 30-minute breakdown on how he's a rapacious scumbag.
Altercations and flipping a golf cart over on his girlfriend just
Jack
to go
Doherty
viral.
doesn't even know who you are or anything about politics. No. I'm not talking about him in particular. I'm saying his fan base are the people that also watch all of the other people who fucking hate me. And are like, this is the Keemstar orbit. Like all the fucking Kick kids. Like there is like a league of villains on Kick, okay? And all of those people are no, straight up on that same tip. Yeah.
Hard work. I don't know how he does it. Jack's fans will commend him for grinding for his success and applaud how hard he must have worked to reach such a status. While meanwhile, the hard work in question is just getting in the way of a college tour.
It's not too late to turn around, guys. This guy is a capper and UCLA pays him to lie.
Thank you so much for joining us.
It's not worth $60,000 a year. It's 2021. Do we really need college anymore, though? I might have to join you, though, on the tour. Is it cool if I join you?
Like I said, we cannot allow any extra guests on our tour. I need to continue.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep walking. Like.
All right, so as I was saying about study abroad.
Speaking of broads, the broads here are busty as fudge.
There's nothing hard about what he does. It takes no skill to be Jack. It takes a flagrant disregard for the people around you, but that's not exactly something to commend now, is it? In fact, it's honestly a little terrifying what all Jack is willing to do for the dopamine. Like I mentioned earlier, I do unfortunately subject myself to these people's streams every now and then, and I just so happened to catch Jack Doherty at a time when he was lounged out in his Sprinter, bored out of his mind, trying to think of
What was he doing? He better not be serving 3-minute ad breaks at the top of the hour. That's the biggest crime. You know what I mean? I think brain rot is overused. Yeah. This isn't overused. Not in this case. Anyway, 3-minute ad break is upon you. You already know what it is. Here it is. You can avoid it by subscribing for $5 or for free with the Twitch Prime. And I super kick it. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs, allowing 5 people to also kick it at the top of the hour. Here's the 3-minute ad break now.
some way to occupy his time for the rest of the evening. The stream had already been going on 8 hours and was kind of hitting a lull. He needed something to get the chat raving again. I walked away from my computer for about 15 minutes and came back to Jack speeding down a residential neighborhood in a $50,000 Can-Am ATV that he's already crashed once, by the way, swerving on and off the road, veering dangerously close to all sorts of nearby trees, lampposts, fire hydrants, and power lines, with like 3 other people with him. To make it worse, I actually went back in the VOD and found him doing the exact same thing earlier in the day where there were more cars on the road.
You think, is this legal?
This?
Yeah.
No.
Hey, but you're the mom.
Absolutely not.
You should be telling us to stop.
Having fun.
No, Jack, whose fan base is not your haters. He entertains children. Just say it like it is. XG fan base hates you because he encourages it. Wait, what? I have said that already. X fan base does hate me because he encourages it. Who the fuck do you think is bringing real eyeballs to Kick? Got paid $100 million to do that particular thing. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's precisely what I'm saying. You're just repeating what I'm saying.
He keeps looking down at his chat and taking his hands off the wheel. I mean, the safety of himself and others isn't exactly a priority for Jack here, clearly. Like this cyclist he passes while staring down at his phone. Lovely. Jack has seemingly unlimited access to all the cars and money someone his age could ever dream of, without any of the responsibilities such wealth should require. But believe it or not, streaming isn't even his main income source. The overwhelming majority of Jack's YouTube views come from shorts, meaning he's hardly making enough money over there to fund the lavish lifestyle he flaunts in front of our faces, making the real specific source of his wealth a bit trickier to pin down. I'm sure he made a lot from his Kick deal, but Jack has to have something else going on to afford 21 homes in cash, at least $800,000 worth of cars, and an abundant watch collection. And it may just have a little something to do with his side hustle.
So many other people get trolled for their girlfriend doing fans, but I feel like me, Steve will do it. Like, we both don't get trolled for our girlfriends having fans.
But like you do, so it's okay.
Jack Doherty has an OnlyFans, but I don't think he uses it that much. I don't really want to know, to be honest with you, how often he uses it. I learned that he apparently kissed the Island Boys on there, you know, the incest twins who make out with each other. Those guys, it's not really an important detail to include. I just want you to know these twins do kiss each other on the lips for content. Okay, that's where we are as a society. But Jack's millions don't necessarily come from his account, mind you. No, the bulk of his fortune comes from the girls he signs. Let me explain.
Bro, this is a freak show. This is literally like carnival freak show shit. This is actually carnival freak show shit. Like maxed out, being mass produced in general. What the fuck? They've sucked each other's dicks, bro. It's so much worse. No, they haven't. You're fucking lying. No, they haven't. That has to be. Is that illegal? It should be illegal. Shut the fuck. Why do you know that? No. He's lying. He's lying. I don't want to believe that. Shut the fuck up. Shut the absolute fuck up. Bro, stop. I just want to tell you something. This video is supposed to go in progression. Like, it's supposed to get progressively worse. Okay, so they haven't. It was a carrot he was sucking. Why are there people that know the fucking details of any of these things?
If you recall, Andrew Tate discovered a long time ago that he could get very rich by hiring models to work for what became he and his brother's online webcam business. The Tates have openly bragged about using dozens of girls to scam desperate men out of thousands of dollars over the internet, explaining in one interview how the girls would sit on a webcam and an old dude would sit there. I was training these girls and it got to the point where it was easier if I typed myself. We had the 2 girls on camera with a keyboard.
If you call what you do journalism, you will investigate the Island Boy videos? Fuck no. 1, I don't call what I do journalism, and 2, no.
It wasn't plugged in, but I was behind the screen talking to the dudes, saying the right things to start dragging money out of the internet, with Tristan even admitting it was all a massive scam. Yet at the height of it, the Tates were raking in about $600,000 a month, all thanks to the likeness of these models. And it seems Jack may have taken a similar route.
Is OnlyFans probably your biggest source of income? Is that?
Isn't that what fucking Rice Gum did too? All of these guys, like, they all do this, no? like e-pimping.
Split up between like your own page and like helping other people with their pages?
Yeah, basically. But yeah, that's like my main source, I'd say.
By recruiting OnlyFans girls to his network, Jack is able to take an unknown cut of their earnings, and in return, the girls get promoted on Jack's social medias, get to live in a big mansion with him, and risk their lives riding around in his awesome go-karts. It's actually a very carefully crafted business model. Whenever he features these girls in his often sexual TikToks and YouTube shorts,
I had to get an OF girl that was really good at blowing to blow it all the way up to
100.
She got so tired that I had to swap OF girls, and she took it all the way up to
200 blows. It's so hard now.
he always makes sure to leave a pinned comment directing his exceedingly young fan base to the girl's OnlyFans profile. And these are
Bro, now I'm dude, is this what happens when like a Mormon dude who's like young becomes like a fan of this guy, and then that's how they become like porn addicts or whatever? Like, is that how that goes? Is this what they're talking about when they say they became like addicts of porn? When they were like 11 or 12, they started fucking going on OnlyFans or some shit? Like, what's happening? Oh,
some of the most watched shorts on his entire channel, so it's not hard to see why he's been criticized for it. Not only is he directly promoting porn to what he knows is a child audience, even the OF deals themselves have come under scrutiny.
All right, so this is the last thing I want to address, because I think it's the last thing I have to address, but basically there's this rumor.
By November of last year, another Kick streamer by the name of Natalie Reynolds began making some pretty serious claims against Jack, beginning by expressing outrage at the contract he had her sign.
Wait, is that the fucking one that was like trying to kill a homeless lady? Why do I know any of this? Is that the chick who was like, yeah, she like paid a homeless woman to fucking get drowned or something? I don't think she actually drowned, but log off, you know too much. I just see like bits and pieces every now and then, and I don't like what I see,
Which
but
she
I
says
see it.
included no end date before announcing days later that she would be terminating her OF contract with the scammer Jack Doherty. This kid has done nothing but take advantage of everyone around him. Disgusting. Adding stick to grooming minors, which is an insane thing to just tack on there at the end. She did follow up with, oh, by the way, that grooming thing ain't a joke, LOL. This girl was 17 and Jack waited months for her birthday to get her drunk and sign a contract on a yacht. This claim was echoed by another ex-member of Jack's circle, a dude by the name of Matthew JGL, who once worked as an editor for Jack and likes to credit himself as the guy who revived Jack Doherty's career when he was stuck at just 3 million subscribers. In an interview with The Asher Show, Matt goes so far as to name the alleged 17-year-old and insists that Jack intentionally hires younger candidates.
They obviously go for like the youngest ones. Crazy one that they have, Claire. She was 17 and like we met her at Sway. Not even just Claire. He obviously just goes for the young girls. And Claire actually signed when she was drunk on a boat, and she's not allowed to drink. But
she signed to him when she was drunk on a boat.
He waits to get these drunk and make them sign their life away.
Jack initially responded to Natalie's tweets with utter denial across the board, calling it the dumbest accusation ever and asking to stop giving this clout-chasing attention. Her whole account is a fan page for me, Sam, and Neon. Neon, it should be noted, also repeated these claims on a stream of his own, but apparently apologized for it behind the scenes, at least according to Jack. While Jack chalks most of Matt's behavior up to Matt being jealous of his success or whatever, Jack and his current girlfriend McKinley have both accused Matt of SA. In fact, they claim he's abused a number of the girls who live with Jack, McKinley being one of them. The latter posting a lengthy thread to Twitter in which she explained how Matt had initially been wanting her to come to Florida for a while, and although she had no intention of pursuing anything romantic with him, she finally agreed to come down when Jack and another OnlyFans model
Bro, there's like no good guys on this side of the world, it seems. Like, it's just everyone's a bad guy.
Invited her. That's when she says Matt became increasingly aggressive, accusing him of cornering and forcibly kissing her right when she got to the house, making her feel super uncomfortable to the point that when she outwardly told him how she felt, he became so irate that Jack and several others had to physically break down a bedroom door to save McKinley, stating that there's so much more she can say and many more girls wanting to come forward about him. She says Matt is jealous and the only thing he cares about is seeing Jack's downfall.
California picket fence life breeds this shit, bro. Aren't all these dudes in fucking Florida? I feel like
Matt responded by appearing on a podcast and showing a series of text messages between him and McKinley around the time of the alleged incident, insisting that she was actually into him. Matt doubles down on his assertion that their interactions were consensual, essentially claiming that McKinley would act super interested in him to his face, but turn around and tell Jack that he was scaring her.
Yeah, and she literally made it where it was like, oh no, you're fine, keep doing what you're doing, like, you're good, like, I like you, whatever. And then she'll go to Jack and be like, please help me, he's scaring me, like, But I'm so understanding. Eventually, she like homie hopped to Jack, and it just started getting weird at a point. Like, she was making things weird.
For the sake of time, we unfortunately can't get into all of the tiny details here, but I have linked the full podcast down below, along with McKinley's statements and another testimony from a girl named Sammy who claims that she too was assaulted by Matt.
In the room, in the guest room that you guys had, and he came to the room and he just like, you know, feeling me, and I told him do not do that, like I didn't want any of that. And then he was trying to like force himself on me, and I told him, I was like, stop, you know.
What the fuck is happening, dude?
And I pushed him off, and then from there I was like, get out of the room, or like I'm gonna wake up everyone and tell them what you did. And he was like, no. He's like, you wanted this, and I was like crying. I was like, I did not want this. He basically,
bro, this is like, is everybody doing like their own version of Jeffrey Epstein? Like, is that what's going on? Like, I feel like there is a society is just filled to the brim with like Jeffrey Epstein's at the top, and then Jeffrey Epstein's all the way down, and everyone is just trying to do their own little version of Jeffrey Epstein in their own little circles. You know, sometimes people do it in Romania. Other times they don't do it in Romania. They do it elsewhere. Like, what the fuck is this? What? Stupid. Okay.
like tried to molest me, like he was harassing me, and like I told him not to do that, and he was still doing that anyways.
Jack tweeted this video out, along with alleging the first girl Matt sexually assaulted was a girl named Sammy at my first house in LA, and nobody wanted to believe her because we all thought Matt, our friend at the time, would never do something like that. But after I hired him a year later and he lived with me, the same thing and worse has happened over and over again, and I have multiple other girls ready to come forward about it, which led to a lot of people in the replies saying, you let an alleged sexual predator live in your house because he was your friend? Jack, if that's true, you know how that makes you look, right? You're saying this happened over and over and one of the girls was underage? I mean, this isn't just some light Twitter drama, Jack. This is really serious if true. Though Matt has always maintained it never happened, that Jack is only now making it all up because Matt is exposing Jack's cheeks. A really weird phrasing there. Jack actually tried defending himself here by saying it, some people are mad I didn't talk about these allegations a year ago, but not everything is meant to be handled on the internet. He spent the last year of his life trying to make me look bad, and I've ignored it. And it's time people realize the person he is. But I mean, why would that time not have been a year ago? Are you not just admitting here that you only went after him when he came after you? There is no way your lawyer would approve of you saying this stuff, Jack. This looks awful. Matt also showed that Jack's ex-girlfriend Grace was on his side, though McKinley was quick to write her off as, quote, the dumb that's still in love with her boyfriend who just wants to break them up. Unsurprisingly, Keemstar threw himself in the mix, as it was only a matter of time, and slammed Matt for lying that he was being paid by Jack, which is obviously a wild claim for Matt to just make up, though at this point, Matt began going after Jack for things like spilling alcohol on him in the club, so it just kind of feels like we've lost the plot here. I mean, what does this have to do with anything? At one point, Matt even ended up admitting to sharing underwear with Jack when they used to be friends.
So I kind of got the gist that she wanted to move on to Jack, so that's why I literally asked her, like, I can give you up to Jack if you really want that, and she don't.
Why is Keemstar hanging out with 20-year-olds? He's nearly 50. You know why, bro. Come on.
Down, and she said that she liked me, she didn't like Jack. Jack's not even her type. In my stance, it's super confusing. This girl's telling me one thing, and then I have Jack and Logan telling me that she's scared of me. At the end of the day, how the f am I supposed to know that this girl's not liking me when she's literally telling me to my face that I'm fine and I'm doing everything fine and everything? I was asking McKinley, like, what's good with her? Like, do you want to get with Jack? Because if so, we share underwear, we can share girls.
Well, we shared underwear back in the day. Of course we shared girls. Just what? I hate everyone involved with this. Some of Jack's other claims against Matt include him abusing his own dog, being so disruptive and scary that they had to call the cops on him one time, with someone named the Kick Joker posting what looks to be the official police report from March of last year. Matt's only response to this was, what happens when your own friend calls the police on you? He was complaining to the cop, trying to get me arrested arrested for nothing. I'm not exactly sure what nothing means in this scenario. I wish he would delve a little further into that.
We have to call the cops on him once because he threatened to kill 2 of the girls and threatened to kill himself, and he beat the shit out of his dog that day. Body slamming his dog, punching the fuck out of him. Me and my friend Logan literally fucking were about to beat the shit out of him.
These is teenagers, dog. Bro, what are you talking about? These guys are all like, most of these dudes are over the age of 20. Okay? I think he's like 21, 22 or something. Like they're not like, they look a certain way. So you assume that they're like, he looks like he's like 16 and he acts like he's 12, but he's actually 20, I think, or 21. I thought he was 20.
But the cops were there. The cops got there. It was an insane fucking night. So much shit went down. And if this guy really wants to start, I have so much dirt against him, bro. We have all the girls ready to come forward about you, bro.
This guy, I like that this guy's just like holding on to like criminal information is like a weapon. Like, what the fuck is, what do you mean? You are harboring a criminal and potentially aiding and abetting a crime. And like, what the fuck? And treating this as like a weapon, or like a nuke for cancellation.
You're a piece of shit. No girl ever wants you.
Jack also provided this insane clip of Matt going absolutely ballistic, screaming slurs left and right, and supposedly being abusive to the girls who were there.
I'm a winner. I'm done with this shit, bro. I'm a fucking loser. I'm gonna fucking get to the top, and when I'm there, I'm gonna say fuck everything. I'm a fucking winner.
$500 in his bank account.
Matt has only doubled down on this clip, stating there were no girls being abused or threatened, and that he was only venting about someone asking him to do OF, which doesn't.
Bro, every single dude in every single clip is drinking Prime. Okay, this is not like related to the accusations nor the content that we're watching. It's just something that I've noticed, and I find it to be very strange.
Aligned with his Christian values. But I guess screaming the N-word over and over does?
So I'm here to explain the video of the black screen. It was
Everybody has a Tesla, everybody drinks Prime. Those are the 2 common things.
recorded by this girl that was in the other room, and I just got off a call with someone that was trying to get me to do like OF stuff and whatnot, and like they were like telling me stuff about my morals, and just feel like the OF stuff's wrong and it's not something that God would want. Listen to it again, listen to that video again, and really listen to my words. I only win, so understand it, listen to it however many times you need to, and just understand that I always win. So, yeah.
It's also worth noting that Claire, the girl who Matt says was drunk when she signed with Jack, liked McKinley's original thread and has gone back and forth with Matt herself, claiming he forcibly kissed her as well, though Matt replied by stating this was consensual and that Claire had the timeline wrong, posting additional screenshots that seem to show Claire being friendly with him after the alleged assault would have taken place. Claire's explanation for this is that she was only trying to be nice to Matt in spite of what happened and wanted to give him a second chance. I know I just threw a lot at you there. These are some very serious allegations being made on both sides, with an unfortunate lack of proof to go along with most of it. It's kind of hard for me to trust Matt. Not only are there so many girls who have now stepped forward about him, but he definitely seems unhinged from the audio we've heard. And we already know he lied about Keemstar being on Jack's payroll, so his credibility isn't the best in my eyes right now. But that wouldn't mean Jack isn't signing these girls to unfavorable deals. I mean, here he is saying he's only going to pay McKinley $3,000 of her OnlyFans earnings in these leaked messages with Matt, but it sort of just reads as a crude joke, and I have no real idea as to what percentage he's actually taking. Neither side has offered any evidence to definitively prove what these splits are. So show me what it says in the contract.
These guys are the same people who call girls whores? Bro, what do you mean? He literally is an e-pimp. He was saying Karenikov is only an OnlyFans whore in the beginning of the Jack Doherty segment. Like,
somebody, anybody. In the meantime, we're just not gonna know for sure. Maybe these deals are actually fair and there's nothing there to be seen. Or maybe it's a matter of time before more girls begin to speak out like Natalie. And of course, there are still circumstances where you can sign a terrible contract without it being against the law per se. The illegal part would be if Jack were getting these girls to sign while under the influence. I know I'm not exactly the most well-educated legal mind in the world, but I am pretty sure that would be contract fraud, which would be even worse if it turned out to be true that he waited until the day these girls turned 18 to sign them. Again, I've seen no actual evidence for that at this moment, but it's not like he hasn't risked massive liabilities in the past with who he chooses as his bodyguards. You don't need me to tell you at this point, Jack isn't the most responsible, considerate person out there. But at the same time, Natalie and Matt haven't given me much reason to take their word at face value either. Natalie is a cloud-addicted freak who has done entire prank videos pretending to be a pedophile and kidnapping kids to film against their parents' will.
Hey, you want some free candy? I said if he wants free candy. I just asked if you want free candy. It's a social experiment. It's a social experiment. It's a social experiment. It's just a social experiment.
Hey Natalie, what is it again?
It's a social experiment.
Oh, okay, wasn't sure. And Matt does come across a little bitter when he isn't reposting flat earth conspiracies or getting mad at gay Doritos on Twitter. So it's up to you what you want to make of this horrific, vomit-inducing mess. Maybe at some point we'll get more information to make things clearer, but in the meantime, I'm content with saying I do not feel.
Yeah, the Christianity God route, and sometimes my unique favorite Islam route, is like a secondary exit ramp for these fucking losers usually. Like, they do all this horrible shit, and then they turn around and they're like, I'm Christian now. I'm born again. I found God. Be kind to one another. And they keep up the old resentments and the old animosity and they keep up all the old energy and all the old shit for the most part, but now they're just like, but I love God, and I'm also a conservative right-wing Christian. It's great. It's wonderful stuff. Just a little boost, I guess.
Good about any of the people involved.
Oh fuck. Hold on. My audio is busted again. I need to fix it. Hold on. I need to cycle it.
Here. Based
on hold on. Yeah, this happens sometimes.
What we know, I only have sympathy for the girls Jack signs to his empire. If not for the alleged details in their contracts, then just for the simple fact that they have to live in the same house as Jack Doherty. A fate.
They play the Muslim route so well. I live in a pretty diverse country and a lot of Muslims support him a lot, even though he's clearly not a very avid follower of Islam. Yeah, bro, it's just a marketing gimmick.
So harrowing, I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy.
You can also tell that like it's completely fucking fraudulent because it is unironically a Western understanding, like an Orientalist perspective of what Islam is. And that's what that shit irks me so much. It grosses me out. People will be like, yeah, I love Islam because like of a genuine change of opinion, or because you like truly found God or something and it gives you comfort. But because it's like Islam hates women. And that's why Islam hates women. And that's why I love Islam. Islam, like Muslims are really fucking violent towards those who like disrespect their prophet. And that's why I love Islam. And it's just like, that's so insane. No, they don't. Yes, they absolutely fucking do. People who like revert to Islam, content creators and online influencers that revert to Islam, they do so because of their right-wing understanding, like their unimaginably Islamophobic understanding of the religion in general. Okay, that's why they do it. That's why you got the Sneakos of the world and the fucking Andrew Tates of the world who are like, oh, I love Islam. Actually, they're not actually fucking religious or followers of the faith at all.
Okay, I know that was kind of a lot, but I promise we're done with Jack, okay? Yeah, I won't subject you to any more of his broccoli hairstyle any longer. We're done, okay? This might be a good place for you to pause, use the restroom, get some water.
It's similar to the converting of Catholicism because they like the aestheticism and hate the Pope because he's a lib. Exactly. I mean, reverts, adult reverts are already fucking weird in general. But yes, the classic thing is like what we saw with like the Red Scare girls and shit. People basically saying that like they're Catholic now because they're based. Catholicism is fucking based, and then like the Pope will come out and be like, being gay is cool, and they'll be like, oh, I hate the Pope.
Some money to Palestinian relief if you're able to. Me and over 100 other creators have teamed up to raise $1 million of humanitarian aid for civilians displaced in Gaza through organizations like MAP, Heal Palestine, and the PCRF. So please, I would encourage you to donate if you can. It's a great cause, and the link for it will be in the description below. In the meantime, I have to warn you, the rest of this video is only going to get more mentally taxing from here. Our next subject doesn't quite have the name recognition as Neon or Jack, but he does have a similarly unsavory reputation with those who have heard of him. It's time we meet
image, come on, I don't know how to act.
Just Snags began his career alone in his room, streaming NBA 2K and Madden to a modest following on Twitch. Little did he know, however, that in just a few short years, he'd find himself issuing an apology video to the Mexican cartel for dissing El Chapo on Kick. I'm not joking, this is something this man has done.
I'm every Mexican shot. El Chapo. El Chapo. Mexico, I will piss all over y'all land. El Chapo, how about that one? Fuck the whole cartel, suck my dick. And I'm going to Mexico next week. Never scared of no Mexican. I'm going to Cabo, all that. Come do something to me, pussy.
Going after the entire country of Mexico just for the meme of it, I guess. I'm not even really sure what you can do to make sense of this.
I said El Chapa. That's somebody in my chat name. You know what I'm saying? I think he's Spanish or something. El Chapa. That's still El Chapa. Not El Chapo. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I just want to apologize, you know, to all the Mexican people. I love Mexican. I would love to get on the phone with El Chapo and him tell me that me and him is good, you know? El Chapo, I would love to be part of the cartel and work for you, big dog. You know?
So how did we get to this point where Snags is quite literally afraid to walk around in public in fear of the cartel turning him into Tortuga from Breaking Bad? Well, Snags doesn't call himself Mr. Do Anything to Go Viral, Mr. See Red, and Mr. Promote the Violence for nothing. Snags is serious when he says he will do anything for the content. And that could be anything from trying to give himself a hemothorax by beating his chest for hours on end until it turns red and purple. I'm not exactly sure why he does this, but it does seem to leave an impression on his fans. Those same fans who don't seem to be over the age of 9, but also like to hear him say stuff like this, I guess.
I want them to put their boot on my neck like George Floyd, you heard? I want to cop today, you feel me? I want to cop the stand on my neck today. That's my goal, man.
I mean, most of his content consists of what I just showed you, along with dissing members of the New York drill scene, something that I don't even think his elementary school viewers could comprehend, but maybe that's beside the point. Snags is pretty indiscriminate when it comes to choosing his enemies. Those enemies include, but are not limited to, other streamers.
Them Yeezys, I'm beating you out them Yeezys and that fake ass clothing. I don't care how many security you got with you.
Members of the LGBTQ community.
I'm gonna beat the shit out your ass. I'm every shot, okay. Fuck up.
Your dick. Of course, anyone unlucky enough to encounter him in public, as evident by the way he threatens random mall goers and tells his chat he's looking for someone to beat up.
I hate that beard. I hate that beard.
What is happening? What the actual fuck is going on? This is just like mental illness, I think. Like, what's the difference the only difference between this dude and like dude down the street from my house that like serially masturbates in public is that one of them has a camera on them while they're doing this type of shit. Like, it's the same exact activity. I'm not even joking. Like, he's just streaming it. I think that's the major difference. There's something to be said about a lot of content creators that like, look, a lot of content creators also lean into the stereotypical shit. Ultimately, the majority of the audiences in NA and in the West are white teenagers. So a lot of content creators will lean into like these stereotypes and specifically make a mockery not only of themselves but also the entire racial stereotypes. What do you call it? Like that one dude who will go out and just like, I mean, the fact that he's like saying like, I want a cop to kneel on my neck like George Floyd. It's just like a modern minstrel show. You know what I mean? That's all that's basically what this is just like trying to get the gorilla dude who like literally used to call himself, I think, the gorilla or something, and then he had to change his name because everybody was yelling at him. It's very weird. It's very weird behavior. I think Neon does that as well.
Grab that head. What is he laughing at? Get her, bro. This little ass girl. I'm gonna punch her sister, bro. Don't care. I will beat both of them up, bro. I want to punch on niggas who got mad time left on this earth, bro. You feel me?
But remember, guys, God moves him. Just trust in the Lord with all your heart. Before long, you'll be outwardly wishing death on all your acquaintances and being blatantly racist to complete strangers over the internet.
Fuck that baby. Animated characters. I don't care.
I mean, he's really killing it with the comedy, dude. He's laying it, dude. The state of comedy online
I don't think that
Yeah, Lee's racist kick streamer.
in the Bible. But if this format looks familiar to you, it's because Snags is using the same Omegle alternative site Monkey that Riot Lol used to obtain CP for his Discord server. Over the past year or so, Monkey has been kind of the default place to go for quick and easy content, especially if you're an up-and-coming creator looking to make some viral, epic moments. But you gotta keep in mind the moral compasses of these new age streamers are pretty much non-existent, meaning their interactions can devolve into pure debauchery in a moment's notice.
That f***ing deadass inbred you.
What?
Yeah. How old are you?
I'm 11.
How old, Daddy?
As far as Snags goes, there are literally countless instances of him going way overboard and just straight up harassing whoever he's talking to. I mean, my man is so criminally horny, he doesn't even hesitate to openly flirt with random women in front of an audience of, as we've seen, kids. I mean, they're young.
Can I be right there? Can I be right there? Between your legs? See something? Yeah, let me see something. Yeah, I will punish that little no funny shit. That's for me right there, that's for me. That's for me, that's for me. You got an Instagram?
But then again, it's not like Snags has ever stopped himself from including literal children in his quest to go viral, resorting to sexually harassing a 14-year-old girl in this disgusting and infamous clip.
Can I play with that little 8th grade pussy?
Imagine a 24-year-old man saying something like this to your younger sister or niece or daughter. It immediately made the rounds on Twitter, reaching an audience outside the insular bubble he was used to dealing with, leading him to publish the most sincere and heartfelt apology ChatGPT could offer. To everyone who it concerns, I would like to apologize to those who have been affected by a recent video clip that has come out. I would first like to say that video clip is completely out of my character, for I have a mother, sisters, and other family members who are females. Therefore, I respect females and would never want to endanger anyone. I will do my part as an influencer by never indulging in such behaviors no matter what. Lastly, I want to apologize to my family, fans, and supporters. Fans and supporters. Oh wow, really hitting them all, I guess. Again, I apologize and plan to do a lot of damage control / reflecting around the situation. May all be well and everyone be safe. You know, after reading through this entire thing, I think he may have actually written this himself. ChatGPT is ass, but it would never be this incomprehensible. Though if this doesn't feel sincere enough, Snags would then take to his stream to read out the statement verbatim in a genuine demonstration of how truly sorry he is.
To everyone who is concerned, I would like to apologize to those who have been affected by a recent video clip that has came out.
Even if he is sorry, it's just impossible to take seriously when it feels like something Roderick Heffley would be forced to say.
I'm sorry, women.
And again, I guess the apology didn't matter at all in the end because he later tried to argue the clip was AI.
People hating, still watching. That's what I'm saying. Snags, you're the P word. You said that. Oh my God. Nick, that was an AI clip. Wallahi, he would never do that, bro.
That wasn't him harassing an 8th grade girl. No, that was an elaborate deepfake that someone made of this extremely niche streamer in an attempt to cancel him for doing something completely in line with his character. I mean, are you kidding me? This is what you do, dude. How are people gonna believe this is AI when that's your character? That's your brand. I don't care what his excuse is or how many times he tries to apologize. That kind of comment directed at a child is inexcusable in any context and should result in an immediate...
Bro, there's 2 more content creators on here. It's about to get worse than this. I don't even understand. Like, I don't understand. Did they murder people? Did they murder children deliberately on camera? Like, what the fuck is going on? It's just like, it doesn't, honestly, it's too much. It's so much. It's like, every time we venture into this side of the fucking content creation sphere on this side of the planet, I'm always like I feel like I need to get a hazmat suit. I feel like I need to, it's just tip of the iceberg compared to the last freak. Don't you love that these people are considered your peers in the streaming space? Like, I have all the smoke for people who just think like streamers are fucking gross psychotic monsters. Cause like, if you're uninitiated and you just see this kind of shit pop off on Twitter, you're like, oh, this is how all Twitch streamers are. You know what I mean? Yeah, remember, guys, I bought a house for myself and my family to live in and a nice car.
Immediate ban, no questions asked. But then again, this is Kick, and Snags wasn't quite done with his reign of terror just yet. He had things to do, events to promote, like boxing.
It's MMA, it's grabbing all type of shit.
Shockingly enough, Snags' career didn't change much after this clip. In fact, he found himself able to continue hanging out with the biggest streamer on the site, a man that I'm sorry to keep bringing up is Aiden Ross. Aiden had met Snags a little while back, they'd streamed together a few times in person, and although he was never an official member of S.
Bro, Aiden Ross looking at the biggest piece of shit that is being canceled currently and should probably go to for things that are just like crimes, right? And going, yeah, can't wait to have him on my stream. What the fuck? Dude, he's like, oh, this is sick. Did you get yelled at by the woke mob for openly saying the words that I will not repeat right now because I cannot get myself to say those words about an 8th grader? Well, time to fucking come into the big leagues, baby. Time to fucking promote, you know? Jesus Christ, dude. It's like, it literally feels like, oh my God. It feels like, oh, you guys notice the brand risk promotions behind him. Yeah, that was going to be the name of me and Will's podcast before Fear and Malding. Famously, there was a content creator who had a podcast that was inactive at the time. His name was Your Arab, I think, or something like that. That's right. Will and I were going to name our podcast Brand Risk. And Your Fellow Arab was like, bro, what the fuck? That's our podcast name. Don't do that. So then we were like, all right, you know what? Our bad. We're not going to do that. We don't want to fuck around. Everyone in my community was like, why are you trying to steal from a fucking small content creator? Why are you trying to steal the name from a small content creator? Everyone in this community at the time was fucking crying about it. Okay. Now, years later, I found out that Your Fellow Arab is like another one of these like I love God type guys who went to Haiti. Then I found out that he is also aligned with Aiden Ross. Then I found out that he actually was like fucking hyping up the fact that he made sure we didn't use the term brand risk so that Aiden Ross could use it. Is a better person than you, please no ban. I will not ban you for saying something so funny. I actually will keep you in the chat as my little pet. Yeah, that's right. He was like apparently fucking flexing on a phone call with Aiden being like, yeah, we stole that from that fucking gay ass Hasan. The name, like he was going to name his podcast that, but now you can use it, Aiden. That streamer is based when it comes to Palestine. You saw a random black dude on screen and immediately sent me a clip compilation of I Show Speed. Oh, I Show Speed is literally a model citizen that does model UN debates in comparison to these dudes. Okay, that is insane that you saw a black dude and you went, oh well, here's another black guy. Jesus Christ, dude.
SB, he was certainly adjacent to that community for a while. Just some context here for any normal people out there. SSB refers to Aiden's now defunct streaming group, which included the likes of Cheezer, Convy, Cuff'em, and a person named Schnaggy Hose. Now, I know it may sound like I'm pranking you, but I promise these are all real people. Like, I could probably do an entire video on Cheezer. I don't have the mental capacity for it at the moment, but I will go ahead and let these clips speak for themselves.
Is that a naked baby, bro?
No, he's not naked.
Get him naked. I want to see him naked. GT, I'll suck a baby's.
Yeah, get out of here before I stick my dick in you. Hurry up.
Bro, what?
She's 16.
How old are y'all? How old are y'all?
We're 16.
As you can tell, he's also a big frequenter of Monkey and has zero restraint when it comes to blurting out the most grotesque sequence of words that pops into his disease-ridden head.
Prison, okay? Prisons are not obsolete. I'm telling you right now, Angela Davis was wrong. Prison is not obsolete. Prisons are not obsolete. Okay? Prison. Prison. 3 words. Prison industrial complex. Okay? Specifically for this. What the fuck? What is happening?
Sexualizing real babies and pulling out...
we need to bring back like exiling people. Okay? We need to bring back exiling people to a faraway island or some shit. Okay? An uninhabitable island. This is why I'm an advocate for the Florida Project. Just send these guys to Florida and just wall it off, okay? Take everybody that don't want to be there out and then just wall that shit off. And then anytime someone's doing some fuck shit, it's like, okay, Florida. Like Florida, it's over. You're going to Florida.
a dildo to trick girls into thinking he's exposing himself to them. My question is, why do you own that thing in the first place? Doesn't really make a ton of sense for someone so ardently homophobic.
Why are you gay?
Similar to Neon, Jack, and Snags, though, Cheezer strangely finds himself unable to take even a crumb of accountability when confronted by the literal co-founder of Kick. Instead, he just resorts to pointing out how that clip of him being a dumbass was actually just AI.
Bro, on my life, I did not mean what I said. Half of it was AI, and the other one, they cut out before I could even give my context. Like, I'm sorry for what I said.
Bro, how many of these...
This is Aiden's
That's
guy.
the thing, Eddie, real quick. That's why you don't do business with black people. And this is no offense to any black people in my chat at all. I respect y'all in a way too, because I low-key, like, I see what you do. He used you for money, Eddie. He didn't want to ever work with you long-term. He got what he wanted out of you. Which, listen, it's in their culture. I respect their culture. Everybody has different cultures. Like, white people, we do our own things. Indians do their own things. Black people have their culture. It's not no racy shit either. Bruce did what he had to do, bro. And he got the bag out of you. But, Eddie, what about me?
Facts. I like that he's saying, like, it's not on some racist shit. Okay, it's crazy to just like do AAVE while simultaneously be like, not on some racist shit, but facts. Here's some racist shit. The entire race of black people, it is in their culture to steal. That's what he said. That's crazy. Woo, goddamn.
Streamers are gonna use this defense. Does anyone actually believe?
Does this have to do with that one guy who manipulated the girls on Kick to expose themselves? No, this one doesn't even cover that. There's apparently so much more of that out there. The fact that all these people are still out and about makes me that much more discouraged of the police. Yeah, dude, cops ain't doing nothing, okay?
Even am I not understanding how dumb these fans are? I mean, who are you fooling? But this video isn't about Cheezer. We're still talking about Snags and his relation to someone with actual equity and Kick. See, Aiden figured Snags would be the perfect addition to the influencer boxing match he was in the middle of organizing. And suddenly, Snags found himself right in the middle of a highly publicized event that had the potential to bring his career of harassing strangers and children online to the next level. He fought two people, Big X and Cuff'em, beating both of them in an MMA style.
How likely is Divorcelli interacted with any of these guys? I suspect that, considering that he's also a prominent influencer on the platform, I assume he does interact with them. I don't fucking follow his shit. Why would I know that?
Cage match and naturally elevating his status as a member of Aiden's entourage. While a more well-adjusted streamer may have been able to use this time in the spotlight to springboard themselves into more success, Snags was either too dumb or too unappealing to do that. He never signed an official contract with Kick and essentially went back to doing the literal only thing he knew how to do.
Like, I don't know if he talks to these dudes, but it doesn't really matter. Ultimately, oh yeah, that's right. Aiden Ross and Destiny don't like each other, right? They had like a fucking let him fight moment. It doesn't really fucking matter. He has his own fucking 2-hour documentary worth of shit that he's done personally, so...
Making an ass out of himself on video chat. But instead of sexually harassing a teenager, this time Snags decided he was going to take aim at the deaf community. Yeah, it's about time someone...
Like that guy said, it's funny to be racist, and then immediately says some anti-Semitic shit. He's like, Aiden Jew Ross. Okay, bro. This ain't Kick, big dog. You will get banned here, okay? You can't just fucking fly around saying some idiotic shit. He still made you? Who? The fuck are you talking about?
Puts those guys in their place.
Stop speaking sign language.
Bro,
you deaf?
I am actually deaf.
No, you not. No, you do not, bro. Don't be with. Oh, shit, my fault. I'm going to have. Yeah, they going.
Of course, some have pointed out that Snags didn't know this girl was deaf until after he had made his remarks, but that doesn't really make it any better because the rest of the clip is just him relentlessly bashing her appearance for no reason whatsoever.
You not bad enough. Your nose, you got the beak on you. You look like you stink. Your hair look mad rough. Like, comb your hair a little bit. Yeah, you. And your lips, dumb. Look, your lips look mad dry. Your hands is mad fat.
Again, very Christian move. This is another clip that happened to make the rounds with Dexerto, Drama Alert, Scuba Ryan, Clout Farms on Twitter, and before long, it even got picked up by the world's youngest flexer herself, Lil Tay. Imagine making fun of someone for something they can't control, all while being a pedophile at the same time, even including the original clip of Snags with the 8th grader, who in their right mind sets up the camera, starts a stream on Twitch, goes on Monkey, and says this to girls my age.
Can I play with that little 8th grade, please?
Pretty valid point there, I would have to say. Kind of hard to argue with anyone who might want to label him a file when he's got clips like these floating around, but Snags was pretty quick to respond, defending his good name by going ahead and proving the exact point Lil Tay set out to make.
Come to SB Island, Lil Tay. Let me show you around FD Island.
Man, how do you expect to beat the pedo allegations by telling another 14-year-old you're going to take them to Epstein's Island? And he does not let up.
Tunnels. I want you to take the tunnel entry. You know, take the tunnel entry.
Whatever happened to respecting and not endangering females, Snags? And don't tell me you didn't mean what you wrote in that apology. Snags repeatedly threatened.
Yeah, I don't get it. He has female mother and a female sister and a female niece. This is shocking to me.
Lil Tay with physical violence, saying he's gonna woo walk on her grave after he crushes her skull, all while his own chat is spamming things like, she's a minor, she's 16, stop now. Like, how hard do you have to be, man? Streamer Just Snags violates Lil Tay. Yeah, I don't know if that's the word I would use. He's out here harassing a child like a job because it practically is his job, which I did do some further digging and found this clip of his community raiding Lil Tay's Discord, spamming it with even more threatening messages and reposting it on a fan account as if it's something to brag about. Surprisingly enough, Snags did end up being hit with what was meant to be a 1-month ban, either for the clip with him and the deaf girl, the clip of him threatening the middle schooler, or the clips of him threatening other middle schoolers. Honestly, it's pretty hard to keep track at a certain point. The bottom line was Snags had reached an achievement that so few streamers do. Managed to get banned from Kick for a pretty lengthy period of time. And while I'm sure the average person would consider some form of action pretty well deserved considering what he said, not everyone agreed.
I just believe that we gotta just let some certain shit fly, you know, and I really stand for my people, bro, and I stand for this platform. So, I worked out with Eddie. Eddie literally told me, he said, yo, I'm gonna unban Snags, be 48 hours, so Snags will be.
Thank God, bro. That's right, dude. You gotta let certain shit fly, like telling a 14-year-old that you're gonna take him to Epstein Island after they correctly called you a pedophile. And on business, Aiden.
Be unbanned, and I'm gonna unban some other people that have been like indefinitely suspended or permanently suspended because I don't believe in that shit, bro.
Aiden Ross wasted no time in assuring his good pal that he had nothing to worry about. He was gonna make sure Snags got unbanned in the next 48 hours. Not exactly the most shocking move from Aiden when we consider the type of characters he surrounds himself with who are not named Snags. But as the days and weeks went by, Snags' account remained completely dead, gone, buried. No traces of his clips or VODs can be seen anywhere across Kick, and that made Snags a little upset.
So, man, Eddie, free me on Kick. I'm gonna come to Australia and beat on you. Word of my mother. I'm gonna beat on you and your wife. Eddie, your wife now. You got me mad, you know what I'm doing? Now I'm gonna say, your wife. Like, get it rules. Issa, I don't care. Get mad, get tight. Beat me for longer, because I talked about your bitch. Fuck Issa. That's why Big X put his all in her mouth.
By the way, this is why it's extra funny that prominent Kick streamer Nick Merckx talks a whole game about fucking saving children and protecting children from gay shit. Meanwhile, this is what's happening on the platform. This is what like me and Felix were making fun of on, you can find the last video that just came out. Nick Merckx has lost it from 21 hours ago. Want to know what's crazy about this fucking thing, by the way? This video is 2 hours, 25 minutes long. It's got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 content creators on it. This is literally still the tip of the iceberg. There is at least one prominent CP distributor that J Aubrey mentioned but didn't do a video on because there's another video on it. And there are so many others that are not even getting like honorable mentions in this video at all.
You still kissed her. Oh my God, you oh my God.
In typical Snags fashion, he decided to bite the hand that feeds him a little bit and slammed both Aiden and Ed Craven for allowing him to be so unjustly deplatformed. I guess Snags has never had to be a mature adult in his life, so this may be a shock to hear, but saying you're gonna assault the wife of the owner of the website you are trying to get unbanned from is probably not gonna do you many favors. And mind you, this was after Snags tried to come back early with a new account, and the man just can't stay away from the limelight. He's a fiend for the content. But according to Aiden, the bigwigs at Kick are a little more trepidatious about having Snags come anywhere near their platform, especially after countless warnings went completely ignored.
The thing about Snags is he's been warned so many times. He's had like literally like 10 warnings. The issue is The last clip that banned him was that fucking thing. Hopefully we can get him unbanned. I'm working on it, bro. Like, they f him, you know?
And I mean, would you blame them? This is a guy who regularly puts himself in the line of fire, willing to get assassinated by the Mexican cartel if it means getting reposted by Dexerto on Twitter. Which, by the way, just so we're clear, the cartel has been known to lethally target influencers who disrespect them in the past. So this isn't just fake beef for internet points. What Snags is doing comes with real-life consequences, but I doubt he really understands that. I am not exaggerating when I tell you Snags has expressed wanting to crash his car for the sake of going viral.
See somebody walking up right now, I might just smack him with the V, like pedestrian and all. Like, I'm just on bad timing all 2024 summer, you heard? Like, get the road, get the road. Like, yo, if I see a lady right here walking with her dog, kid, stroller, I'm hitting that bitch.
He says he wants his first fan meet and greet to get shot up.
I really turned crazy. I really turned little kids crazy, bro. I can't wait till I have my first meet and greet, bro. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a shootout. Like, niggas gonna get shot at my meet and greet. Like, I'm gonna be the only streamer that hosts a meet and greet that gets shot up. Like, I can't wait, bro. Y'all gonna start crashing out. Y'all gonna start just in the crowd. Like, oh my God, I can't wait, buddy. Like,
he's threatened to gun down a gay pride parades himself.
I'll go to a gay parade and shit it up. Suck my dick.
In one clip, he even says his next viral moment will be when he shoots 30 people at a public event.
Yo, my next viral clip, I'm gonna be on Fox 5, Channel News, like, just like Snags is massive death. Like, oh my God, just like Snags just killed 30 people. He just shot up a parade. Like,
Snags, in my opinion at least, is a disturbed individual. The powers that be woke up his inner demon, in his own words, and I'd rather we don't find out what that means.
Bro, I think he's just schizophrenic, honestly. Like, he just needs immediate mental health. Like, I blame this on you. Okay. I think he's just insane. Like, this dude just seems way more deeply unwell than all the other ones. All the other ones, like, have a seemingly, like, their actions are gross. Every single one of their actions are gross. But the other two at least, like, are deliberately being gross. Like, this dude, I think he's out of his mind.
I need some kids to talk to, bro.
Man, you can compare yourself to demons all you want, but at least give up the Christian shtick. I don't know who you're fooling at this point. But to really stand out on Kick, you need to be willing to let go of morality a bit. You get a little crazy, you know, stoop pretty low. And it's hard to find someone who will stoop lower than...
Dude, I don't even... What the fuck is about to happen? It can't be more depraved. It can't be more depraved. I feel like we've already hit...
Nothing I do is performative. So I'm not going to, for instance, I'll use Hasan as an example. I'm not going to talk to a black person like Trihex and say, hey, the N-word, it's always black. What do you think, black people? What a liar, dude. What a Weasley little liar, dude. What a Weasley little liar, dude. Holy shit, dude. Holy shit, dude. Literally lying. Still lying to his audience. Can someone at least enlighten Destiny that he's literally lying to his audience? What a piece of shit, dude. Holy shit. America deserved 9/11, dude. I'm saying it.
We're there to partner with them. We're not there doing our own thing. We're there partnering and training
in a video
and
game,
equipping and enhancing their capabilities. So that's part of what we're doing. And the other part is just knowledge. We want to know what's happening.
Like, we totally brought it on ourselves, dude. Holy shit. We did. We did in a video game.
Amazing.